we have clear evidence that Bruce Orr, the fourth most powerful person in the Obama Justice Department, was working hand in hand with Christopher Steele and Hillary Clinton's op research team both before and after the election, clearly to stop President Trump from winning the election, and then after he won the election, literally destroy him with the Clinton-funded Russian lies that nobody ever verified and has now been totally debunked.
Star Trek. 3 years. I Love Lucy. 5.5 years. Seinfeld. 9 years. The Dave Weinbaum Show. Now in its 10th year. I used to open for Rush and Hannity, and now I proudly follow the Eagles and Queen with 10 years in the tank, now with an eye on 20. The time to get it off your chest is now. They accuse this show of being run by boobs. Well, let me tell you something about us boobs. We're real and we're spectacular. The Steele Russian dossier subpoenas are coming soon. And that's from Judicial Chair Goodlatte, getting deeper and deeper into the swamp. You've got Steele, the English spy, and Orr, the, whore in the DOJ, with his wife, Nellie, and Fusion GPS employee and its co-founder, Glenn Simpson, and many, many more in the FBI. I believe there is already proof that has been given by Strzok, McCabe, Page, Comey, etc., of a conspiracy, not a collusion, a conspiracy to absolve Hillary first, to throw the election her way, and lacking that, the insurance policy. And we're quoting from the main investigator of Trump, Peter Strzok, the insurance policy in case he does become president. And that resulted in the continued collaboration with a multitude of Democrats in Congress. The previous administration, who started the Russian investigation, remember, Trump was not president when they started this way back in July, as we know of, maybe even earlier, of 2016. That's for Branson. That's people in Branson. That's before the last election. And who else is responsible? Barack Hussein Obama was a willing contributor to this, and they have the testimony of Strzok and Page, where they had meetings in the White House about this, at least 4. Let me tell you something. This fight is just getting started. And the way to battle it is to get out there and vote, to get out there and campaign, to get on social media, and don't ever let a lie pass you without responding. We don't do that on this show.
And the people who I interview don't do it. Well, maybe Lisa Strausser does, but the ones that I know for the most part, I know Stan would never do it.
No. What?
Yeah. Well, you're here. You're late.
No, you started early.
All right. Well, let me finish this. Okay. Over the now we need to hold the Democrats, our intel services, Hillary Clinton, the DNC. These people have to be accountable. And in order to do that, we have to win the election. Even if you don't like some of the Republicans, you got to vote for these guys. Even the bad ones tend to vote the right way. Remember Flake? He voted the right way a bunch of times. Yeah, he was a flake. But he voted the right way. And so we cannot let these people, and especially in Intel, that's Clapper, Brennan, Sally Yates. We cannot let these people obfuscate 65 to 75 million Americans. And by the way, to end this monologue, I just saw Jeff Sessions' face on a milk carton. He's missing. If anybody can find this guy, would you please call the show and let us know what we can do to, hopefully he's not the one that absconded. You can't joke about that because this girl's still missing. But you wonder, where is he at? Where's Jeff Sessions at? And now, with really good timing now, we have our first caller. And by the way, before I talk to this guy, I want to welcome back Stan. He has, you do anything important last Friday?
Well, I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a heart attack. He drives himself to the hospital in Salem, Missouri. And I guess he was still, breathing. So they said, well, can you get to Columbia? That's like a 3-hour drive, something like that.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Well, I'm surprised they didn't make you walk.
Just
to walk it off. Come on, right?
I know.
That's how he's having a heart attack. They sent him all the way to Columbia, Missouri, where he has an operation, and I guess they fixed him up because, by golly, I know if I was in his position, I wouldn't be here today. But he's here. He insisted. He just got out of the hospital when?
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, right. And so, and you drove yourself. No, you had somebody else drive you home, right?
Well, yeah, that's supposedly right. Correct, yeah.
Supposedly? So you drove yourself home?
Actually, I did.
Yes. Okay. There comes a time when your intelligence has to beat your bravado a little bit. Okay, no.
I'm working
serious.
on that.
I'm serious. I'm glad to see you here, but now I can't put any pressure on you, can I? It's terrible. It's all about me, Anyways, welcome back, and I'm glad you're well.
I am too.
Okay, thanks. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, JJ, and thank you for waiting. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Well, this is JJ and Rolla, and welcome back, Stan. God bless you. We're glad you're back.
Yep.
Thank you, JJ.
I've got 2 items that have been sticking in my craw over the last week, and I'm going to vent them right here.
Go ahead. Get it off your chest, buddy.
Item number 1, rockets going into Israel. Previous administrations for about the last 20, 25 years have strongly urged Israel to show restraint. And they have. They've showed remarkable patience and restraint against their enemies right across the fence. And I think it's time for Israel to say, enough. We're not having this anymore. We're going to turn our enemies into a smoking ruin. And I can't wait to hear what the rabbi has.
Yeah. Isn't that timely? Because this is a big deal, JJ, and I'm glad you brought it up because the mainstream media around here is not covering it. The mainstream media out of the UK, the BBC, is blaming Israel for this.
Actually, I saw the footage of it on Al Jazeera, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And our mainstream media is it doesn't serve their agenda very well, so they're just not saying much about it.
No.
What a crime that is.
No, so we're
Shame
going to
on
be
them.
talking about that. Thank you for advertising the rabbi coming on at about 9:30. So I don't know.
I can hardly
Usually
wait.
we have a good time, but I don't. This is pretty serious today because they got rockets going off all over southern Israel, over 200 of them. That'd be the equivalence of 10,000 rockets coming in from Mexico to Texas and Arizona and places like that along the border. And so,
an interesting aside to that, Dave,
Yes.
is, the Trump administration has aligned themselves with some solidarity with Netanyahu and the Israeli government, and I'm curious what's going on behind the scenes in the Trump administration to help Israel with this issue. Of course, it'll remain quiet. You'll never see it on the mainstream news, but
you're going to hear it here because I'll tell you what, if anybody knows it, it's Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. The man is connected.
I believe that. Item number 2
Yes,
that
sir.
I need to get off my chest. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, God bless her.
Yeah.
I just love that woman. She took a rather offensive attack by a young woman in a press conference the other day who quoted Hillary Clinton, John Kerry, and Barack Obama as being critical of Donald Trump's foreign policy, and Sarah turned right around and fed it right back to him and said, in essence, why would we listen to people who had failed agendas that accomplished nothing? Our words to that effect. God bless you, Sarah. You've got some
One
guts,
tough
girl.
woman. And by the way, do you know who's going to be Rabbi Moshe's, nearly next door neighbor in Ephrat, Israel?
Let's see. It would be her daddy.
That's right. Which means that she'll probably go out and visit too. So he'll get to sit down with Governor Huckabee and his daughter, Sarah. Great.
I wish I had 5 minutes with Sarah to tell her how great I think she is.
Oh, absolutely. The best I've seen is out of any of them that is doing the job that is, most people are horrified by the abuse she takes. And she dishes it as well. She dishes it better than she gets.
Oh,
So,
yes.
yes.
In the Obama administration, you would have a talking head up there who would spend 10 or 15 minutes and several thousand words and say nothing.
And the press
here's
allowed
the
it, didn't
woman.
they? And the press just went right along with it.
Of course it
Oh, what
Here's the
color?
woman that
What
sells
color
it.
is the suit that Barack Obama's wearing today? Can you tell us? That's about the toughness of the questions that they would ask.
that's my 2 items, Dave, and
All right,
that's
Jess.
my point 0.
JJ, you done well, baby. You done real good, and thanks for opening my show as always. And if you want to be a star like JJ, call 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest. And soon we're going to take a break, but let me tell you about this show because it's going to be a barn burner. This is my 11th year. Well, now Stan knows this. I got 10 years in the tank already. About 505 shows. And, it started slow and, just every week I try to promote it. I try to promote it as best I can. I go to Twitter, Facebook. I don't know what I'm doing with this stuff, but it seems to resonate. Something's happening, and I can feel it in my bones, and I can see it on Twitter. I can feel the people responding. And apparently they've listened to the show once or twice, and now many are becoming addicted. And it's not just in Missouri. It's not just where I'm at in Rolla, Missouri. It's all the states. And as of last year, 96 countries around the world, we've got listeners in. So there's something there. All right? Something there. What are you doing? I'm in the middle of saying something, and what are you doing?
I think she was dancing over there.
I was listening to your show.
You're distracting me. Why can't you just listen to me? I'm talking right now. Oh, my God. Okay,
So what he's
streaming.
saying is his
You
show
wanna
is
say-
distracting.
Do you want to say? Do you want? Well, that's good, but not while I'm doing the show. Would you tell the people now what you're doing, since we've already blown up my little comments there?
I'm listening to your live streaming on the Dave Weinbaum Show page on Facebook.
Okay,
yeah.
that's great.
All
Thank
over
you,
the
honey.
world.
That's terrific. Now, could you do it next time without actually interrupting the host? God. All right. So, anyways, I feel something happening here. I feel like we're, I lost my website a couple months ago, and now I regained it. It's DaveWeinbaum.net instead of DaveWeinbaum.com. I got to figure out who got it and maybe try to buy it back and, have it filtered right into the DaveWeinbaum.net, where it's also streaming, by the way, live, this show. But what I've always tried to do is try to make each show the best show I ever did. Now, obviously, it doesn't happen that way all the time. I mean, in golf, you try to make each shot the best shot you ever made. And if you've played golf, that doesn't happen every time, even with the pros. Even with the pros, it goes awry sometimes. Something happens, the wind comes up, you have a little tick in your swing, you don't even know why you're not putting within 3 feet of the hole on a 10-foot putt, and it's a little frustrating. So you've got to have what Dr. Amy says, you got to have a little persistence. You got to keep going after it and try to figure out what you're doing wrong, or try to figure out how you can be better, and keep doing it the best you can every day. You never want somebody to say that, well, he didn't succeed because he didn't prepare. He didn't succeed because he didn't care. He didn't succeed because he doesn't have to work hard at it anymore because he's already successful. Well, I'm not going out like that. I'm probably going to die doing this show someday. Not that I haven't died before doing this show, but I'm probably going to go out with my boots on, unless I can't, talk anymore, unless I'm just completely incapacitated, and Lisa's leading me around on a leash or something like that, which could happen,
Yeah.
I mean, we're all susceptible, aren't we, Stan?
You never know
Shock
from one
collar.
minute to the next what'll happen.
So why would I want to lay around and do nothing?
Right.
Like my dad did. He did, he so regretted that. And I'm only 2 years. When he died, he was 72. I'm almost 70. Go figure. So I'm going to do this as long as I can, as long as I can do it well, So, all right, hey, call the show, 573-364-4433. And we're going to take a break just a second. I want to tell you what's coming up, which I didn't write down, so I'll have to do it from memory. We got the rabbi coming up at 9:30. This is critical that you listen. You're going to hear firsthand news of what's going on in Israel because you can't get it anywhere else. You're going to find out whether or not there's going to be a war there. And if there isn't, it's real close. And it looks like it's coming, all right? We're going to hear from Deanna Lorraine, the matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, the show Shrink, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem, Pregnancy Resource Center's Joe Dalton, and from Connecticut, my cousin from another mother, millennial Mitch Weinbaum, who is really a good guest, and he knows all about showbiz. This guy's going to become the next Steven Spielberg, I swear. Only he's a little conservative. Not bad, huh? All right, call. Remember this number, 573-364-4433, to be a star in the Dave Weinbaum Show and get it off your chest.
ABG Industrials is here to service you in several ways. Is it time to upgrade your lighting system? ABG Industrials offers the latest and greatest LED conversion, helping you see better and reducing your light bill. And to keep your lights in great shape, ABG Industrial offers lighting maintenance for your convenience. Bucket truck service is available through ABG Industrial also. Give ABG Industrial a call today, 573-578-7451, to see how they can help you.
Let the door dogs out!
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical in Rolla invites you in to experience local hometown service, friendly staff that you build a friendship with over 60 years of solutions, and service you don't get in a chain store. When you buy local, the money stays here. And now with free delivery to the local area, Hillcrest service just got better. Shorter wait times. Large chain stores look at you as business. To Hillcrest, you're people they love to serve. Call today at 341-2020 or stop in on Highway 63 in Rolla. Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical, hometown service you can count on.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit A1TechofRolla.com.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
July 1st, 2016. Christopher Steele reaches out to Bruce Orr. He wrote, quote, "There is something separate I wanted to discuss with you informally and separately. It concerns our favorite, business tycoon." Now, that clear reference was to then candidate President Trump. That was followed up on July 30th, 2016, 3 months before Election Day. Steele met Bruce and Nellie Orr for breakfast. Now, this was a meetup that was documented by this text, quote, "Great to see you and Nellie this morning, Bruce. Let's keep in touch on the substantive issues. Glenn Simpson, founder of Fusion GPS, is happy to speak to you on this if it would help." Now, just one day later, anti-Trump FBI investigator Peter Strzok, he opened up the investigation into the phony claims of Trump-Russia collusion. Do you see how this is all coming together?
They're getting deeper and deeper into the swamp, and the creatures are starting to show their eyes glaring through the dusk of the jungle. All right, it's no longer a swamp. It's a whole jungle of these people out there who are conspiring now. After failing to overturn the election, they're conspiring to get rid of Trump. And in it, you've got Mueller. You think that was a recording, but no. This is Stan. Stan is back. Stronger than ever, all right?
That's right.
Got off his back from a heart attack, and here he is, ladies and gentlemen, less than a week later.
The second fastest turnaround in showbiz history.
Right there. You got it.
Yours was done by Tuesday, and you were back already. And it took me a whole week.
27 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not holding that over you, by the way.
No, I know.
I'm just glad it happened.
Me too.
So anyways, this swamp is good. They're dragging people out of it that nobody ever heard of, who heard of Bruce Orr before? Anybody?
No.
Anybody? Crickets out there. It's just, who heard of his wife Nellie? Who heard of Fusion One? All right. And this guy, what's his name? I don't know. I don't even know his name anymore. The co-founder of it, which is... Yeah, I didn't write it down. Yeah, Glenn Simpson. Who heard of these idiots? I mean, this is all deep stuff, deep state, deep swamp, and they're just getting started, I believe. Then you got Brennan and you've got Clapper, who are out there in social media, and they all have clearances still. They still have their clearances to the CIA so they can utilize stuff. Peter Strzok still has his clearance where he can make or destroy classified information. How is this happening? Why is Attorney General Sessions allowing this? What is wrong with this person? Anyways, what's his name? Giuliani, and he's going to come up later. He's going to be saying this thing's going to explode on Mueller. All right, listen to me, Stan. You want to do dueling rabbis? Are you ready? Why don't you hit it?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. To the rabbi. We've had trouble with connections lately from Israel, and so he said he was going to. He was fine last week. Called a little bit early. He says he's going to call early this week. I told him to make sure that his wife or his mom or his kids weren't dialing the phone, so that he could blame them as he's done in the past. We're going to try to have as much fun as you can with somebody whose home country is being bombed like crazy right now.
Yeah.
It's mostly in southern Israel. Sadat, I believe, is the name of the area right along the Gazan border there. But we know it's probably headed towards a war. Israel's retaliating, and we don't know if there's going to be feet in the ground, but we're going to find out pretty soon because the rabbi will be telling us. So... Well, while we're talking about that's going to come up. California is having the worst fire in history. And I met Devin Nunes, who's now the head guy on the investigation of the collusion and the conspiracy of what's going on with the Trump administration. And I met him. I knew he was a congressman. I met him through Rodney Davis, a congressman whose father is a good friend of mine. I didn't know who I was talking to, but he's a representative from California in an area where it's farm country, where they decided that they were going to divert all this fresh water from the farmers and to save this obtuse little creature, whatever it was, a dauber or something, and trillions and trillions of gallons of fresh water into the ocean by the San Francisco Bay. Okay? And now you've got a situation where, you need any kind of water, whatever water you can get, right? Because these trees, which the tree huggers have prevented from being cropped, being chopped and cleaned out and then regrown and stuff like that, they have become dry fire bombs. This heat is so much is that when they approach these trees, they explode. They're fire bombs. And now California, they're wanting federal monies, which I'm sure the president is going to do, even though he threatened not to, because they're a sanctuary state. I think they're a sanctuary state.
I think so.
And, all the cities along the coast there are. I'm not sure about L.A., but San Francisco is, and Oregon, and up in Washington State. So, hopefully the rabbi is listening, but he's late again. I don't know what I hope he's okay, quite frankly. Yeah. So we're going to keep doing the show. He might have a good excuse. Hey, they're shooting rockets at me, Dave.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. So, we're going to keep going. So we're going to see what's happening in Israel, but California, this is the trees are renewable crops. I mean, you can regrow these things. They're like corn, right? I mean, you regrow them every year. You cut them down, you use them for paper. Now you're going to need more because you're going to have paper straws, which don't work,
Did you see the breakdown of what nations actually dump more plastic than the United States?
I think it's a lot of Asia.
Down. Yeah.
A lot of Asian.
Well, China
countries.
especially.
China, yeah. Yeah, but it's a BS.
It is.
Thing. I mean, come on.
Well, it's just like that little fish or whatever in California.
Right, exactly. All right. So anyways, preseason NFL. And, I mean, if you want to call the show, call it 573-364-4433, and we'll work around the rabbi. Because you can answer the phone if I have one on the line, right?
Yes,
Stan?
I can.
Okay. So preseason is started, and everybody's excited, and we're ready to see this new policy of nobody's going to kneel. If you don't like it, you're going to go in the locker room and hide. Okay? And guess what? They're out there and they're still kneeling or with fists up.
Yeah.
They're just out. It's like living in the hood. It's what are you protesting? First of all, we don't know. First, it was the cops. It was the pigs. The guy was wearing, that's Kaepernick. He was wearing socks like that. Two at once. Wow.
Okay, kid. Who is it?
All right, we're gonna hold on.
Okay, hold on. Okay, kid. Who is this?
All right, we're waiting. We're waiting tensely.
Okay, kid. Hello. Is this the rabbi? Okay, hold on.
Is that the rabbi?
Yeah, it's the rabbi. Hold on.
All right. Well, whoever the first caller is, why don't you call me back in about 10 minutes? Hello. Welcome. Is this the rabbi? Shalom. Shalom.
This is. How are you, Dave?
I'm good. I'm not going to give you trouble over being late, only because your country's under siege. You are late, though.
Oh, because I've been calling for 5 minutes.
We were watching the phones. I watched him clear off the phones. You got to go to Netanyahu and get a different phone. I mean, he's checked the phone before.
I tried from 2 different phones.
Oh, my God.
I tried from 2 different phones. You know what? It says rings and rings and rings.
All right.
Sorry about that.
I'm giving you a break today because you guys are under siege, all right?
I think there's...
Ladies and gentlemen, the second most powerful person in Israel and in his own house, according to his wife, Yonit. Official rabbi to the state of Missouri, future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple, Golf Course Casino, and Spa, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild.
Yay.
I knew it. Come on, Stan.
All right, I'm working on it.
Is that Lisa clapping?
Yeah, give him another shot. Now you got to give him another shot. Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, now you can.
The rabbi.
All right, sit down early, please. He can't hear you. He's in Israel.
Yeah, sit down over there, yours.
Okay, well, it's good to have you on the show anyways. I was getting really worried about you. I don't know why, but I do. I worry about you. So tell us what the hell's going on. You got well over 200 rockets fired in by Hamas out of Gaza at Israel, mostly in the south. Tell us about the Israelis' response, and tell us whether or not it's safe to visit Israel.
Well, in case the listeners aren't aware, because it really has barely been reported in the mainstream media, I actually got messages from people after I posted what was going on here saying they hadn't even heard about it, or they barely heard about it. Basically, the Hamas has fired well over 200 rockets and mortars into civilian populations in Israel. There's been over 20 people injured, loss of property, lots of damage. And the siren, the air raid siren's been going off. People have about 15 seconds down south to make it into the shelters. And if they don't make it into the shelters, then there's a chance they could get hit by shrapnel or direct hits. And we had a missile land right next to a kindergarten. Luckily, they weren't in session yet.
We saw that on the news, by the way. I saw that on the news. It was like within a.
Made the news. But what really made the news is when Israel started to retaliate a bit. But when the rockets were landing, it didn't really make the news. In fact, when we retaliated, the BBC headline, I don't know if you saw this, Dave, it said Israel killed a Palestinian woman. And when you read the article, it talks a little bit about how it was in response to the rockets, and Israel had struck at Hamas in Gaza. But the headline article was so egregious that our prime minister, I think, got involved and called the BBC. I mean, it was just so ridiculous. But, there is an app on your phone that you could install called Red Alert, and basically every time that there's a red alert down south, your phone beeps. And so I was getting these all night. I mean, it went on for like 24 hours.
Wow.
And it was really it was really crazy, and there's a lot of trauma. A lot of these kids, even when there's not a lot of injury, personal injuries or loss of life, there's tremendous trauma that these kids grow up with.
Oh, sure.
To the bomb shelter.
Well, not just the kids. I mean, everybody. It's terrorism against the whole country. Now, let me ask you, what is the corresponding ratio if the United States were attacked? How many rockets would that be about? I figure at least about 10,000 that would be thrown at Texas and New Mexico and Arizona. What do you think?
Right. And if you're from I would imagine, I wouldn't even, you don't even need that number, but if you can only imagine Canada or Mexico firing 100 rockets or 50 rockets in the United States, that's a declaration of war.
Absolutely.
The United States would flatten them.
Yeah.
But Israel is...
And it's a declaration of war for us, but for you, it's what? It's Friday. I mean, it's like it happens all the time there.
It's just, right. It happens all the time with these flare-ups. And then Hamas, then they reach some sort of ceasefire. But what did Israel do? Unfortunately, I hate to criticize our own government, but they responded very weakly. We bombed a bunch of empty buildings. We let them know we're coming. And they don't really care about loss of property, and I hate to be so blunt, but unless we're going to actually target human beings and have loss of life on their side, they're never going to stop. Because they don't really care that we blow up their buildings. Empty
Are we going to war there or not?
Well, there's a lot of talk of that, and there's been some key call-ups in the Army. But, you never know. 2014, we did go to war, and it could be another 2014. It could happen again. In 2014, we called up around 80,000 soldiers, and we had boots on the ground in Gaza, and that's what a lot of people are talking about. Officially there's been a ceasefire, but it doesn't mean anything.
What's the Trump administration's position on this?
that Israel has the absolute right to defend herself.
Okay, well, you've got that. Why would you get a weak response then? Because this isn't Barack Obama's United States. You've got a president who understands that if you're attacked, you got to defend yourself.
Yeah, I think our prime minister right now is so afraid of the international community, less the United States. But I mean, people here are very frustrated. People down south, the ones who are being hit by the rockets, were very upset with the ceasefire. They don't want a ceasefire because they know there's just going to be another round.
And it's going to be them that get it. It's going to be them that get it. Right.
Mowing the lawn. You know, just mow the lawn every few years, and it grows back. But the people down south get it, and they need to be crushed. And you know what was upsetting is that the liberals, which is in Tel Aviv here, you know, you have one government statement against surrogacy, or you know, for you know, gay parents having a child, and 15,000, 20,000 people show up to rally against the government. But here, you know, people are literally sitting in bomb shelters, and you have the liberals here don't seem to really take to the streets on behalf of those kinds of issues.
No, survival of Israel is not their problem. Being treated right as a gay person is. Yes, I get it. Now, believe me, well, our liberals are no different. Especially our Jewish liberals out here, so it's amazing. Yeah, you can yell at me, you people out there in L.A., but you tell me it ain't the truth, okay? Call the show, 573-364-4433. All right, hey, Brazil...
You can stand for more than one cause.
Brazil is moving their embassy to Jerusalem. Who else?
Who else will be? Or
yeah, who else will be?
I don't know who else is going to. I've been so focused on this war, but I visited the U.S. Embassy. I posted some pictures on my Facebook page. I don't know if you saw them, Dave.
I did not, but I saw your letter today about the attack.
Yeah, and I visited the Guatemalan embassy as well.
Yeah, cool. All right, so are people now settling into the fact that finally that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel?
Exactly.
And they have a right to have the embassies in the capital of the state?
Exactly. You know, you had liberals across the board in the United States and here saying that the sky was going to fall if we moved the embassy.
Yeah.
It was going to be all-out war, World War III. The same people right now are saying that if we hit Hamas hard, the sky's going to fall. There'll be World War III. The world will hate us, so on and so forth. It's like they just don't get it. You know, it's always that same. You know, the world is coming to an end if we do anything. And you see that in America, too.
Oh, sure. The world is at an end because we elected Donald Trump and everything seems to be better, and they're saying everything's worse. What would they do if they didn't? I asked this question in one of my interviews today. I says, what would happen if Trump weren't president all of a sudden? What if he resigned? What would these nuts do then? They would go through such a big withdrawal. It would be incredible.
Did you see the Gallup polls? His popularity, his approval rating.
And you know what?
The same as Obama were, even behind.
No, it's better, much better. It's at least 5 points better according to Rasmussen. And you know what? These polls are phony. These polls, as we know, predicted 100% that Hillary was going to win on the day of the election. On the morning of the election, 100% she wins. All right? So what they're doing, and the president commented on this, and I commented on this way before, was that they were telling people, stay home. Trump supporters, stay home. You're not going to win anyways. What's the point? That's what's going on. All right? They are trying to...
They use the polls.
You use the polls.
The polls are weapons.
They weaponize the polls. That's very good. All right, listen to me. You know, I'll tell you what, I don't know how you grew up, but when I was 10, my parents took me to a shooting range. Good thing they were lousy shots, because I'm here today to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild, Heidi, you neating the kids? You want to say something?
Stay safe, and our prayers are with you.
Dave,
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
thank you, Lisa. What I was going to say is, the other day I was almost in a fog, but I missed.
Did you write that yourself?
I did, actually. I can't take credit.
You can't take credit? Why don't you write something for God's sake? You can write a joke a week.
I can take credit, yes.
What does that mean? That's kind of a weak way of saying, I
that.
copied it, but I don't want to talk about it.
I got plenty more of that.
Yeah, well, you know what? We got the crowd applauding anyway, so... All right, you got an original joke. Why don't you make one up every week? Is that hard?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Are you really?
Trying, but,
what kind of a stand-up comic what did you do? Steal all your material?
Getting hot in here.
It's getting warm.
Getting hot.
All right, let's not argue.
Yeah.
Let's leave this alone. Shabbat shalom, my good friend.
Rabbis back again. Where's the...
Yeah, well, we play it before every interview. If you'd ever listened to the show, you'd know that. There, see? Right there.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another
That's
rabbi.
you, by the way.
Well, we appreciate you calling in.
I do the special stuff for you. You don't even know about it. You don't care. I'll see you later this month at Pastor Pat's. You're going to stay with me on when are you going to appear at Pastor Pat's? Yeah. What's the date?
Sunday, August 26th at 1:30 p.m.
Yes, okay. Right. And are you going to be late, so I have to stand up there for an extra hour and a half trying to wait for you to get your tuchus there and relieve me? I had to do like 2 hours unprepared because they said, hey, you 20 minutes, you'll introduce him, he'll go on. 2 hours and 20 minutes later, I'm still there.
2 hours of you, Dave.
I know. Those poor people.
After 20 minutes, he's doing Rodney Dangerfield jokes.
Absolutely.
No respect. What are you talking about?
I was looking for comedic oxygen anywhere I could find it. All right, get off my phone. I love you. Get off my phone. Say hello to your wife and your kids.
Exactly.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, shalom. And we're going to take what are you throwing at me?
Nothing.
You threw a wadded piece of paper, and I've got a mark on my arm. Look at it. Right there. Stan, call the cops. All right. No more dueling rabbis. Listen, we got to take a break. The phones are free now. They're not. Yeah, they're free. We don't charge, do we?
No, not a thing.
So you don't have to pay anything. Call. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Of course, we're not going to accept collect calls if you're calling from Europe. But call the show, 573-364-4433. And get it off your chest.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax, and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla. Rolla or call 314-3300. That's 314-3300.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
A PBS and NPR contributor says that Trump supporters should be euthanized. I mean, think about this. Reporters, celebs call Trump supporters Nazis, and KKK want them euthanized after a Trump rally. This is on top of the New York Times editorial board member who goes on this racist rampage saying that white people are, quote, only fit to live underground like groveling goblins. And, you know, I've seen goblins, and they're pretty much leftists.
Talking about in certain areas of the liberal progressive party out there in Hollywood. I told you about this. This is... you know, they call you deplorable is one thing, but when you're irredeemable, that means you can't be redeemed. It means that you are lower than a rat. You know, you're just lower than whale poop, and that they can come and do the world a favor by euthanizing you. This is the excuse used. You know, people don't want to compare others to Nazis, I realize, but this is what the Nazis did. This is the same thing they did. Jews are rats. They were compared to rats. They put charts up on Jewish profiles and all that, showing that they weren't human, comparing them to Aryans and things like that. And that was their excuse to murder 6 million of them. Now, I know they killed a lot more people, but the reason they killed them was because they were lower than, they were subhumans. And this is it's a very dangerous thing, because now you've got people spouting that. Let's euthanize Trump supporters. Okay? This is not to be tolerated. Anyone who hears that should wake you up right away. Perk you right up there, you know? You're wearing a Trump hat. In fact, they had a guy go in and vote with a Trump hat, not a Trump hat, but a Make America Great Again hat. And they kicked him out of the voting booth. I believe it was in Kansas. And he had the police called and all that stuff. And finally, I don't know what he did, but he found somebody and told him that this is not a Trump hat. This is a Make America Great Again hat. It doesn't mention Trump. It doesn't mention Pence. It doesn't mention the Republicans. And the pollsters who were running that place had to apologize to the guy and let him vote. So, I call the show. Wait a minute. Stan. All right, listen to me. Are we having a problem with that first line?
I think when the Moshe...
Is it just Rabbi Moshe?
I think when he calls...
Because JJ called on the first line, right?
Yes, he did.
And we talked to JJ. I know that.
Now, he may be using the 888 number, too. Is he?
I don't know.
Okay, well...
And don't call me Izzy.
We're going to give...
What the hell's the matter with him? He doesn't know my name?
We're going to give the rabbi another phone number to call next week. And it should go straight through.
All right, good. All right, well, thanks. I appreciate that. And you can go back to whatever the hell you were doing.
Lining up your commercials.
Don't remind me of Lee Burr, for God's sakes. Oh, my God. What do you know?
No, Stan's awake.
No livestock.
Wait a minute. No livestock. All right, so, I wonder if they're still listening to the show over there. Even for the longest time, they're listening into the show, waiting for me to trip up. I imagine anything I said they could have used. I mean, who cares? I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You know what? They did me a favor. I like it here. So we're back on the show. Call 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest. And pretty soon we're going to come up with, I think, why don't we do Dr. Amy next, and then we'll do Joe, and then we'll do Mitch, and then Deanna. What do you think of that?
Sounds great.
All right. So, again, the preseason. Now, that's line one, right?
Yes.
All right, we're going to test this. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Brian from Salem.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you calling and testing us out. Do you actually want to say something now?
Yes, I wanted to say the deal going on in Israel where they keep lobbing rockets over there. I tell you, if Mexico or Canada did this, even as big as we are, if they only launched the same number of rockets, it's like you were saying earlier, we would consider that an act of war. And we would go in there and clean house.
Yeah.
I think Israel is going to have to break down. Don't worry about what the UN says. Go in there and, bomb the living tar out of those people until they learn a lesson. Don't jack with Israel.
Well, I don't understand where you're wrong. I mean, I really don't. I mean, who cares what the world thinks? I mean, right now we got a president that backs him, unless for some reason Trump is saying don't do this right now. There could be, sometimes you wait, but you don't wait when they're bombing next to playgrounds and schools and stuff. When they're going after civilians, they're not even going after military targets. They're going after any Jew they can kill. Or for that matter, anybody that gets in the way of the bomb, which could include a lot of Muslims and Christians as well.
Yes, it could. It really could. I'm with you. It's silly why they don't go in there and clean house on those people. I know they probably think that if we do too much, then the rest of the world may turn against us, and that may happen. But it's going to happen sooner or later anyway. Biblical prophecy will tell you that in the end, all the nations of the world will turn against Israel. Okay. So, if it's going to happen, you might as well get it over with, I guess.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to think that maybe we could, prevent that, but, we'll see what happens.
Okay, right. I'm not saying we should go after it just so that we get to see what that's like. But the fact is, it's going to happen. It's a fact of life, so do what you need to do, and if it happens, it happens.
Now, the rabbi says, he put a letter out this morning, which I based my interview on. The rabbi says that it's safe to visit Israel, Might be a good idea.
Well, maybe my idea of what's safe is what he's used to living with, and that's that constant threats of rockets and bombs.
Yeah.
They actually, excuse me, they actually have an app that they use in Israel, and it shows where the rockets are being fired and at what time and what level of danger it is. And it's an app that's on his phone. He's posted that on Facebook, and you can see multiple attacks occurring at the same time.
Yeah, look up Moshe Rothschild on Facebook.
Yeah, it's really,
no S.
It's really alarming.
And if you're Israeli, they're all getting this. So even though it's,
I tell you what, that's disgusting. Here in America, our cell phones are a retreat and an escape from real life, and not in a good way a lot of times.
Sure.
And over there, it's their lifeline to get in the shelter.
It's such a small country. Look on a map. Yeah. Look on a full map. It's so tiny. I mean,
that's why God looks after them, because they need His help. And
Thank you, God. I tell you what.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. Thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate the call.
Hey, thanks
Go
to Brian and
Yes.
his sister Elizabeth. They brought me food yesterday.
Good.
Since I had my heart attack. And
Very good of you, Brian.
Good friends.
Nice.
And Stan is sitting in the seat. I thought he was going to take the weekend off. Although you know what? I suspect deep down that if there was any way Stan could get here, he would.
Yeah, he likes doing your show.
I know.
I'm glad.
And I
he's
like
able
having
to-
him here. Believe me.
Well, he's doing real good. Yeah, you don't have to prod him and push him like you did Lee Burr and whoever else is in there with you over at the other station.
Well, thanks, Brian.
All right. Well, thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. You have a great weekend, my friend. All right. Right
see you
now.
later.
Huh?
He said you
Thank
too.
you. All right. Right now, we're going to take a break and come back with, I think we'll come back with Joe from PRC. That's the Pregnancy Resource Center here in Rolla, which I am a proud member of the board. Which you might say I take credit for anything, because I don't, because these guys were real successful before I got there. I just was one of the supporters of it, and they save an amazing amount of babies from mothers who come in who are abortion minded, and it's just it's miraculous. It's a Christian organization, and here I am, the Jew, in there, and I think I'm in there for comic relief or something. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to be right back. Don't touch the dial. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show. Call 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
Are you concerned about the quality of your private well water, or do you need water qualified testing for a home loan or a refinance? Ozark Testing, a division of Anderson & Associates, is a state-certified drinking water lab offering testing for total chloroform and E. coli with a 30-hour result turnaround. We also offer engineering, architectural engineering, civil design, land surveying, materials testing, and geotechnical investigations. Please call us today at 573-364-8900 or visit us at 1511 Watts Drive in Rolla for more information.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Have you ever gone to a car dealership where they tried to tack on a bunch of hidden fees to that low price? I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees either. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. Shop around and compare prices, but give us the opportunity to earn your business. Next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, come see us at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located on South Bishop in Rolla, next to Mandarin Gardens, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
And after the election ended and President Trump was sworn in, which they didn't think would happen, well, then the communication even continued. Now, on January 31st, 2017, now president, just sworn in, Steele texted, or, quote, just want to check you are okay, still in the situation and able to help locally as discussed, along with your bureau colleagues. Now, this text is actually damning for two reasons. One, it shows that Bruce Orr was, in fact, feeding the FBI Steele's lies, misinformation, and propaganda. And number two, it shows the FBI was breaking their own protocol, their own rules. Steele had been barred from working with the FBI in November of 2016 because of his leaking.
Okay, so there's a difference between collusion, where you're just talking to somebody, or conspiracy. Conspiracy is the crime. Collusion is not. These people are committing crimes because they're conspiring to get a result. When they conspired to have the charges dropped on Hillary, they're trying to get a result. All right, so that's the difference between this. And this is all the stuff, that they're trying to, it's projection. And the deeper and deeper we go into this swamp, and it's not because the FBI and the DOJ are cooperating. It's because they're drip-dropping this thing over years. There's still probably hundreds of thousands of documents, and in that you can include Hillary's emails that aren't going to be available until they see the results of the... they're stalling for 2018 and praying that their ticket to stay out of jail is that the Democrats win in the Congress and take over the Congress. So that's what they're praying for. All right, I think it's time for a Sicilian moment for the Sicilian out there. By the way, I come from a neighborhood so tough, we use 38 specials as toenail clippers. Forget about it. And now, you know what has the Sicilian population of the East Coast completely ready to go to war? Chicago just opened the first and only pizza museum in the world.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Can you imagine that? Forget about it. Man, that's even I know that the mafia really didn't come to Chicago until, well, it was there, but Al Capone really made it big.
Right.
And Al Capone came out of, I believe he came out of the East Coast, New York, that area up there. Brooklyn, I think.
Doesn't he have a seat at the Hill in St. Louis, too?
Oh, yeah, we visit often.
Yeah, I like that place.
You talking about Canetto's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I used to go in there. I mean, I've been going in there since 1981 when I was first separated from my first wife. I got to think there for a while. And, I got to sit down and talk to Vince, the owner, and his son Frank, and talk about the old days and when they used to be drugs. They used to make drugs.
Really?
Not legal drugs.
Yeah.
They used to be pharmacists, all right? And so they'd come in, and the salesman would come in, and they'd cook them lunch. And it was so good, the salesman said, you guys crazy? You're in the wrong business. So they opened up Canetto's. And that guy should advertise with me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's even a greater Italian restaurant. I shouldn't give them plugs because I should be talking about Matt's, who actually supports this show, which I do often, but Chimo's on up there in downtown, 42 stories up. You got a great view, best view in St. Louis.
Wow.
And it's a really good restaurant. That's Mark Cusimano, who I also know. And I know a few Italians out there.
I'd say.
So forget about it. Come on. All right, so that was for our good friend out there. We're not going to mention his name, but right now. I think you're gonna hear somebody that is just a joy to interview. She's just such a light. Her voice is funny, and she's smart. I mean, she really is smart. And I think you're going to like what she has to say. But not only that, you're going to like her attitude.
Yeah.
And this is Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim. Hit it.
Now if you feel that you can't go on because all of your hope is gone and your life is filled with much confusion until happiness is just an illusion and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bad Boss expert sold butcher knives from the trunk of her car, paces incessantly, writer, singer, motivational speaker, and the shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim. How are you, Dr. Amy?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, do me a favor. Tell me what are some of the things that you like to do before 10 a.m. that you can actually tell us about?
Well, first thing I do in the morning, I sit for a minute and just breathe before I get out of bed. Not like in this meditative way, but just in a, okay, I don't have to get up quite yet. So I like to just revel in that moment of peace before I jump out and the normal hectic craziness of the day starts. I also make my bed. I don't tuck in the corners like a proper, hospital corners and things like that, but I pull up my sheets, I make my bed, because there's research that shows that people who actually make their bed in the morning are more productive and feel generally more content. So I pull up my sheets and make my bed. And then I just look at my to-do list and I plan out what I'm going to do before I actually start so that I have an idea of what is going to be going on in the day. And I actually plan pretty much by the minute/half hour how I'm going to be allocating my time and when I'll be having my time off. so that when I jump into my work, I know I'm going to be working directly for, say, 30 minutes, then I'm taking a 5-minute break, and then I'm jumping right back in.
That's very informative.
Thank you.
When we focus on the mice, the elephants will trample us. True or not, and what do we do to avoid that?
In
other words, we focus on the tiny little problems, and we don't see the elephant that's about to trample us.
Right. So, I mean, I think we do have to. There's different approaches. You know, we've got to make sure that we are able to see the forest for the trees, but we can't forget the minutia as well. We can't forget those leaves at the bottom of the forest. So we do need to be able to look in both directions and have that broader view. But I do think that when we're able to recognize the smaller components that make up the bigger picture, then we're actually more complete and a part of what it is that we're doing. If we're so focused on something that could hurt us, whether it be incredibly tiny little bitty details or something huge like that elephant, then we're not actually as productive because our energies are there. But if we're able to say, you know what, hey, I need to make sure to get X, Y, and Z accomplished, or I need to focus my energies here, then oftentimes we're able to get past some of those bigger hurdles that might have seemed unsurmountable.
Dr. Amy, after a bad streak, and we all have them, how do we keep our confidence level high?
You know, I think we have to remember the importance of resilience. Resilience is literally when we bounce back. We can always learn from anything. Even when we totally bomb, we can actually say, what can I do better? And actually owning up to a particular mistake is very healthy. I messed up recently. I did something completely. Yes, I know. And you know what's so funny? I never make mistakes. I mean, you know, everyone makes mistakes, but I never am one who is, you know, like a general mistake person. And so much so that when I was telling my husband about it, he was laughing. He said, "You what?" And so
You want to tell my audience what your mistake was?
No, it's just it's no. It had nothing. It wasn't personal. It was professional, and it wasn't anything that would get me in major issues. But I actually caught myself, and I said, "Oh my gosh!"
If you get a call, if you get a call from Bob Mueller, refuse to be interviewed. That's all I got to tell you.
But anyway, I actually, in order to, you know, the first instinct when you really do something that you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that, is to really almost beat yourself up about it. How could I have done this? This is so dumb. But then, if you're able to actually step back and say, well, what did I do? Why did I do it? And what steps can I take so it doesn't happen again? That's actually a very healthy and appropriate way to sometimes propel us forward and almost get us past what might be a plateau, or in my case, it was a little bit of a dip. And I jumped back in with a little more gusto than usual because I needed to prove to myself that I wouldn't do that again. And so I think that that's something when we're in a bad streak, when we're not being as successful, or when we're making mistakes, when we hope we can do better, then we need to own up to that part of the issue that really truly is ours, that we can fix and make better. And then we also have to accept what we can't fix and perhaps change course a bit so that we can still meet our overall objectives.
I think you just told me to stop playing golf. I don't know. I'm going to delve into this more in a later interview because we're kind of running out of time. Dr. Amy, you know, you're living the fancy life in, the east coast of Florida in Boca. You know, I used to live in a gated community, too. But they let me out. Yeah, but they let me out for good behavior. Thank goodness. Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem, ladies and gentlemen, calling all the way from Boca Raton, who, to this point, I never thought ever made a mistake. Thank you for your confessions, doctor.
You're welcome.
All right, you have a great weekend. Hi to you, lad, and the
You
kids.
too.
Bye-bye.
You got it. Take care. Bye.
I mean, you gotta like that attitude of hers. You know, she's a very precise person. Never called a second late. I mean, last week she calls and said, I called the phone and went straight to voicemail. What happened? And I says, well, I guess, we were just testing you to see if you'd call back. No, you're supposed to put a do not disturb sign on your phone while you're doing an interview. Well, we forgot to take it off. So I take responsibility, Jesse. I'm not talking about you. So, we forgot to take it off, or I forgot to take it off, and sure enough, she went straight to voicemail, but she called right back. And she's I tell you what, sometimes I feel like I'm giving her therapy. I think it is therapy for her. And when she does the interview, she has to pace. She can't sit still and talk to me. She's got to pace because it helps her think. Because I'm such a big challenge, which I don't understand at all. Don't you have to pace around while I talk to you, honey?
You make me nervous all the time.
I do, really?
Oh, yeah.
Is it, so that's my nature?
I'm trembling over here.
Are you being... Well, no, I thought it was the other way around, quite frankly.
Shake it up, baby.
Yeah. Love it when they kiss her goodbye and the parrot's up there laughing. I swear to God, is that true?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, the parrot's laughing. Oh, man.
It keeps you amused, though.
And then he calls for the dog. Ralphie! Ralphie! A parrot does that. Malcolm. He's listening to this right now. He's probably laughing. So anyways, that's the first time I've ever mentioned him on air here anyways. I wonder if I could get him to call the show. 573-364-4433. Except that I'd have to, I wouldn't do an interview with him. I'd have to tape it.
Yeah.
He knows too much. We'll have to have the Sicilian give him a little talk, All right, let's do another Sicilian bit, and then we'll go to a break, and then we'll come back. I'm on the second page, which means that I have, what do I got here? I got 18 more subjects to talk about.
My goodness gracious.
I'm prepped. I'm prepped for bear. So if you don't want to call, I don't care. I mean, I would love to have callers, but what the hell? Hey, you hear about the polite hitman? He had a welcome mat in his trunk. Forget about it. For my friends the Sicilians out there, if you like those, I wrote them. If you don't like them, Steve Wheeler wrote them. Forget about it. All right, we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. What a simple little bit to do. And these are all original stuff for me. Right. These are all original quotes and jokes that I do, that I've done over 20 years or so. It's pretty interesting, to open up Twitter and go on and look up your name and you see all these quotes of yours that you did, and they're coming from all over the world, different countries, different languages, about 20, 25 different languages. It's just kind of weird. Sure. All right. So I don't make any money doing this stuff.
46,000 of them floating around
that's
out
right.
there.
Well, they're not quite, because, out of the 46,000, I'd say about 44,000 of them haven't been published.
Oh, wow.
All right. So, I throw them out there myself when they go around sometimes, but mostly the ones that were in the Reader's Digest, 16 Reader's Digest and 10 Forbes. Those are the ones that circulate around pretty good. Anyways, we're back on the show, and I think we're going to take a break right now, and then we're going to come back with we're going to come back with Joe, and then soon we've got Mitch, and we had a great interview with Deanna, and honey, hide your ears for a minute. She talked about this. We don't talk much about her personal life.
Right.
But she actually relayed a story about a guy.
Oh, yeah.
And her.
Yeah.
That she had never met before, and what happened on the plane.
Yeah, they got to listen to that. Stay tuned.
Oh, you guys in Doolittle. You guys got to listen to this. All right. Chester out there, send Martha out to the garden for a while when she comes on. All right, so when we come back, we're going to do Joe Dalton. Are you listening, Joe? He wants to know, late at night, what time am I going to be on? I don't know. God.
Listen to the whole show, you'll find out.
Yeah, I usually do that the day of the show.
Of course, you don't say too many mean things to him. He's like 8 foot tall, ain't he? Or
That's all right. No, I'll tell him. You know what I'll tell him? You want a piece of me? He's a big guy. He's a nice guy. He's
nice
a nice guy. All
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Him and his wife, Jane, they're very nice people. I'm into this. They're a really good Christian group.
Yeah.
They're praying all the time, and here I am, this little Jew, and they actually let me pray once in a while, although I do it in English.
Yeah. Christians don't look at Jews as a little Jew. We look at you as great people too.
Well, a lot of Christians these days are figuring out that we have too much in common.
Oh yeah.
For us to be enemies.
Right.
And it wasn't always like that.
I see.
And it wasn't always like that between the Jews and Muslims either. It wasn't. It goes in cycles, and I hope, I hope to God someday that we can all pretty much get along. Jews and other Jews don't get along. Muslims are the biggest killers of other Muslims. Christians have, for years, been at war with each other.
Right.
So
Crusades.
So hopefully, can't we just to quote Rodney? What was his name?
Dangerfield?
No, the Rodney out in California. The black guy that was beat up by the police.
Oh yeah.
I forget. Was can't we all just get along? Come on. Or as they say in Colorado, can't we all just get a bong?
Well, better than Rodney Carrington said, "Show me your." I won't say the rest of it.
No, wait a minute. Don't get me thrown off because of you. I can do that all by myself. All right, we got a phone call. We always try to pause for phone calls. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Dylan from Salem.
Hi, Dylan. What's up?
Bill, not Dylan. Bill.
Oh, Bill.
He always says Bill and from Salem.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Bill.
I say it too quick, probably.
Well, I'm getting a little old, and my hearing is not that good. Other than that, I'm just fine. What do you want, Bill? Let us know what's up.
Well, I assume you heard about that New Mexico compound?
Yes.
For those Islam extremists? Did you see where the FBI had stalled on trying to go in there?
You know what? I don't think I heard that part of it. Why would they want to stall? Because they thought it was something else?
They didn't want to act upon it. Well, like the FBI didn't act on a lot of things. Remember Parkland shooter?
Yeah.
All that? And the New Mexico police got tired of them and just raided it themselves without, they told the FBI, and they said, hang on a bit.
Well, the FBI has become so politicized that this is the kind of thing that Barack Obama, I'm sure these people were probably there, or other camps are like that from the Obama administration. They kind of wanted that. I hate to say that, but they sure as hell weren't doing much about it until things happened. And even then, they weren't doing much. Remember the shooting out at San Jose, California, in the nightclub? Where they wouldn't admit that was a terrorist thing?
Yeah, it just kind of, I don't want to say it amazes me, but, I hate to say it's some more shock that, here a kid had died.
Yeah.
They found a,
Sure.
dead body of a kid, and the FBI didn't react on it soon enough.
Yeah, well, the FBI, I think, I know there's a lot of good people that work there, but in saying that, and I say this all the time, you're in the FBI, you took an oath to protect this country and its Constitution from attack from foreigners and domestic. That means people in this country like your bosses. And you've got you got to put yourself out. If you're going to put, it's like being in the military. You got to put your life out there. You'd signed the thing saying you would. Well, why aren't you doing it? All right, now maybe I don't know something that's going on, and I've always said call the show anonymously and tell me where I'm wrong here.
Well, I've worked with the FBI, and I really haven't been that impressed. But
well, is it just they're just weak? I'm telling you.
No, it's been. I'll just say I've worked with them in the past and haven't been that impressed.
Well, their rules of engagement might have changed when the word compound comes up. They don't have a real good track record.
What are you talking about?
Waco.
Oh, Waco? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about that.
Right.
But, well, that was ATF, wasn't it? I don't think that was the FBI. I thought it was ATF.
It was both.
Both.
It was ATF and FBI.
Well, they ought to start over. What I say is they ought to fire all of them and maybe take some of them back.
But the top echelon of the FBI, it's just a political organization of the left wing, almost, of the Democratic Party.
Deep state.
Deep state. I mean, we're finding this out now. Who knew about people like Strzok? And who knew Comey was bad? Who knew that probably Mueller is bad? What the hell is he doing on this investigation anyways? I mean, he's a guy... he knew Hillary was doing this deal back in 1908, 1909, 1910 with Russia, and he knew they were getting hundreds of millions, about $150 million, and Bill gets a $500,000 for a speech, and nothing, crickets, and we're selling them 20% of our uranium. I mean, why didn't he do anything? Why isn't he in Congress testifying about that instead of trying to run a coup against our president?
Well, him, Mueller, and Comey, the Whitey Bulger thing. How many people are in the ground because of that?
You got it. All right, Bill. Thank you so much for the call. Always a pleasure. Yes.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I know how you fillet a frog from you.
Yeah. What else do you know? What else do you want to know? Do you know how to make Do you know how to make a spider roll?
No.
All right. Now, this is how you make a spider roll. I want you to take. You got your pens out. This is how you make a spider roll. You cut off its legs and
blow on it. Yeah.
Yeah. You get it?
Yeah, I get it. But what I was going to say, did you ask the frog how the water was?
No. I don't understand.
Knee deep.
Knee deep. Good one, Bill.
You one-up me. I do the comedy here, but all right, you did a good job.
How do you know from funny?
Yeah, but I know from funny. That was good. Thanks.
Thanks, Bill.
I was trying to see where that one was going.
Bye.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye.
Good job. I love the callers. Call the show 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
If you're remodeling your home, then you are going to want to start from the bottom up and get some new flooring at the Flooring Nook in Rolla. Oh, you went to a big box store. How'd that go?
Excuse me, sir. I need some help picking out flooring. Oh, yeah. I'm in lawn and garden, and I'm on break. I'll get somebody.
And then no one ever comes.
Sir, the store is closing. You're going to have to leave. Should have went to the Flooring Nook.
Yes, you should have. See the folks that actually want to help with your flooring needs at the Flooring Nook.
Stop in at 2077 Old St. James Road or find us on Facebook.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, Food Equipment Repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla, or call 314-3300. That's 314-3300.
Follow me at daveweinbaum.net at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
There you have it. This is Obama's Justice Department, part of Obama's branch, literally using your federal government, your tax dollars, in this case as a weapon against the Trump campaign and then later the President of the United States, President Trump himself. They used Clinton campaign material, never verified, never corroborated, the phony Russian dossier to rig a FISA court application, lying to judges to spy on Team Trump. Then they used the very same op research that she paid for to open up a phony Russia collusion investigation into then candidate Trump. And then they leaked the contents of the dossier to the press because they wanted to influence the election in favor of Hillary Clinton against Donald Trump and lie to you, the American people. And on top of it all, the FBI, on top of Hillary paying Steele through Fusion GPS and the DNC paying him, the FBI paid him. The FBI made 11 payments to Christopher Steele.
Now, if you go on my website, daveweinbaum.net, you'll see a story about Rudy Giuliani talking to Hannity, and he's saying this thing is about to explode. And he thinks it's going to be bad for, Mueller. All right, was it real or Memorex right there? Was it Memorex? Is that right? Remember they used to have that commercial? Was it Stan or Memorex? We don't know. And apparently we don't care.
Pretty old.
So anyways, this is so big. I mean, it's almost hard to grasp. Who would have believed this 5 years ago, that the Obama administration was this corrupt? Now, I knew they were corrupt, but to try to overthrow the next president of the United States, has that ever been tried before in history of America? I know they had their disagreements and nasty campaigns, but I don't think our government, other than the Civil War, you have to go back to the Civil War to find that kind of vitriol that would actually try to overturn the government of the United States. And maybe we're headed into a civil war. I don't know. The way the thing is going, you wonder. War is. It's not always an obvious thing that it's going to happen, but the signs seem to be out there. I mean, when the war broke out in the Civil War, people were, I think, the first attack on Washington. People went out and had a picnic and watched the battle like it was some kind of a baseball game or a football game, until a couple of them got shot, and then they realized, wait a minute, this is real. People die. Remember, 600,000 Americans were killed in the Civil War. You think about that. 600,000 with a population of 10 or 11 million. That's big time right there. All right? That is huge. It's a huge number. And that's Americans killing Americans. And golly, let's pray it doesn't happen. But you can't show weakness if you're being picked on like us conservatives are. You just can't do it, because that invites the bullies to get tougher and meaner and angrier. And, they don't get angry when you stand up to them. They get very, very self-conscious about what they're doing. They get, let's say they're startled when you stand up to them, because it doesn't happen very often. And certainly we don't have a lot of the Republicans there that are going to be fighting back in Congress. You got a very, very weak leadership in Paul Ryan. Yeah, he's strong on some things, but as soon as something gets controversial, he backs down. And the same thing with Mitch McConnell. These guys are not tough. You got to hang in there. And somebody says something nasty about the president, you better go long and far before you start agreeing with your opposition. All right? Anyways, we're back on the show. Call 573-364-4433. And I think right now we're going to do a good friend of mine from the Pregnancy Resource Center. We're going to do a great interview about what's coming up with them, and we're going to figure out
what you should do to help help save babies. I mean, what can you do? Hit it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, ex-fishmonger, devout Christian, dedicated to saving babies, and founding director of the Pregnancy Resource Center of Rolla, Missouri, my friend, Joel Dalton. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Great, Dave. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Good. Hey, thanks for showing up. Tell us about what the Pregnancy Resource Center of Rolla is all about.
Well, we're there to save babies from the miserable death of abortion. That's why we exist. We are definitely all the way on the pro-life side, but we are a non-political organization, non-confrontational. We just simply help people to the other side.
Well, here's something a lot of people don't know about. Focus on what you do for families and babies after they are born.
Okay. There's a lot of different things we do for them, and one we continue a relationship with our clients, with the mothers, and notably our Walk for Life is coming up, and we have many of the people that actually show up to support us are actually former clients that are giving back, but they are continually part of our family. And then we have the St. Raymond Society, which is a separate organization that actually is a maternity home for these women that find themselves homeless and pregnant. So we help them all the way to the other side through that organization.
Can they stay after the baby is born?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So
what kind of things do you do for them after the baby is born, for the moms and the babies themselves, and the dads if the dads are there?
Well, I mean, whatever they need. I mean, everybody has a different level of need, right? So whether it's just helping them with diapers or helping them with formula to help them over a tough month, or total everything. I mean, the St. Raymond's House is set up to take care of these women and help them to self-sufficiency, which is the most powerful part about what they do. Is, they have this very awesome program, but it's also, they expect a lot out of these girls. They have to make it to the other side. So when they leave there, they're standing on their own 2 feet. Our most famous client, Janie, with the triplet mom, is on her own 2 feet. I actually joke that she's standing on her own 10 feet because she and the triplets and her 5-year-old are now on their own. So it's totally amazing.
Tell us about, you said that your most famous client. Tell us about the client that actually attended the Donald Trump's addressing of Pro-Life Day.
So that was, you're talking about the March for Life.
Yes.
In January. Yeah. So this is Kelsey. She's actually on the front of our Walk for Life forum. But Kelsey, we brought her to Washington, D.C. in January of this year for an event called Babies Go to Congress. And in that event, it's really because inside the Beltway, it's just a political argument. The whole pro-life, pro-choice thing, that's all it is a political thing. But when you bring a mom, her babies, and a compelling story to meet with these congressmen and senators, it's a much more powerful thing. Well, long story short, the White House found out we were there and invited Kelsey and the twins to stand behind him while he gave his speech.
That was something, because I saw this on TV myself.
It was wonderful.
Hey, tell us about briefly about the Walk for Life, how people can either contribute or actually attend.
Absolutely. Well, in a lot of churches all around town, you'll find the Walk for Life forums, but it's quicker and easier to just go to supportmyprc.com. So that's supportmyprc.com, and you'll see a picture that says Walk for Life right in the beginning. And I want you to focus on that picture, because in that picture there are 6 babies that were saved last year, and 4 of the mothers. So it's a really, really neat picture. But you click on there, you can register to be a walker, which we want you to do. Or, so you click the participate button, or you push the give button to donate. So if you click on the participate button, that means you're going to be a walker and you're going to join us. And that's a really cool deal.
What's the date of the walk?
Thanks for asking that question. September 15th is the date of the Walk for Life. So as a walker, what we want you to do is basically save babies with us. So what a walker does is they ask their family and friends to sponsor them in their Walk for Life. We'll give you your own webpage where you can ask them via social media. but it's a very powerful thing. People that are pro-life, it's great, but are you pro-life enough to do something about it? And do you know how to save a baby today? Because last year, 58 sponsored walkers raised enough money to save 73 babies from abortion.
Wow.
So if you say yes and say, Joe, I want to walk with you, you will save a baby.
Hey, Joe, I went to my doctor yesterday, kind of distressed, because I swallowed a wrench, and I told him. He said, don't worry. This tool shall pass. This tool shall pass. Thank you so much, Joe Dalton. I really appreciate what you do, and thank you I'm on the board of directors.
Indeed.
And by the way, I bought you another hog for the St. Raymond's house.
I heard. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. My pleasure.
God bless.
God bless. You cannot believe how many babies they've saved since they've been around. I mean, that was way before I got on the board. I've been on the board for about 2 or 3 years now. And, a lot of people, well, you're just saving the baby, but you don't want to have anything to do with it once it's born. Well, they go the other mile. They actually have a house via the St. Raymond Society where these mothers and these children can stay. And so the last couple of years I bought them a pig. And 237-pound pig going to be a lot of meat, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pork chops right there.
Yeah, well, bacon.
So, I would ask kindly that my audience, if you believe in life, pro-life, if you believe in giving babies a chance, like, for example, Barack Obama got when his white mother had a baby with his black father, and they never married. Man, she could have done that, and nobody would ever heard of Barack Obama. Or, and I'm not trying to be political here. I'm just trying to say that look at what he achieved.
Yeah.
Even though we don't agree with him generally, that people that listen to this program, but if he wasn't there, he could not have done that. He could not have achieved it because he wouldn't have had a chance. This gives these people a chance. And I think, mostly everybody would agree that little babies need a chance. Need a chance at life.
And PRC works on more than just talking them into keeping their baby.
Yes.
They help them to find a way to overcome the obstacles that were causing them to consider getting rid of the baby. And that's very,
they
very
help them out
important.
afterwards. Whatever they can do, they help them out. And that's where, that's the question I get all the time. Well, what about after the baby's born? Then what happens? Okay, well, even so, I'd say, do the best you can with it. But here you've got an organization willing to do stuff for you, willing to help you, willing to get clothes and diapers and advice on how to take care of babies, housing, jobs, getting them jobs and all this other stuff. It's a good thing, all right? And I think we need to take a break right now. And call the show, 573-364-4433, to get it off your chest.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James, or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
It's Truck Month at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. That's right, no payments for 90 days to qualified buyers. Plus, receive 14% below MSRP on all 2018 Silverado 1500 pickups with GM financing. That's right, save up to $8,168 on a new 2018 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LTZ Z71. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas, too, at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for, from beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
So I traveled to Michigan where I was doing an investigation into Sharia. And, of course, Abdul El Sayed, he's a Muslim guy who's running to become the first Muslim governor of Michigan. And he practices personal Sharia, but he's running on a Marxist platform, right? And if you look at the Democrats, they've been pushing forward a lot of these Marxist socialist candidates running for office across the country. But the only issue is there's a very real and existing contradiction that lies between the practice of Sharia law and these Marxist policies that are being put forth. And I confronted Abdul El Sayed about how he reconciles his own personal Sharia law with his platform that contradicts everything in Islamic law. And I gave the example during the interview, for example, of gays, homosexuality. If he's campaigning on LGBTQ issues, well, in Islam, for example, homosexuality is a punishable offense by death.
Well, here we go. This is important. I want you to understand this. This was Laura Loomer, who I pretty much discovered just before, the same day, the same hour before Rush Limbaugh put what she did with Maxine Waters on his show. I'm the one who told her about it. She was, it's just incredible. All right, so she goes out. I don't know how she gets these ideas, but she goes out to Minnesota to interview this Islamic candidate for the governor of Minnesota. And she calls him on the Sharia bit, that he is Sharia obedient, and yet he's doing Marxist things which does not agree with Sharia, like LBGT and how you treat women and all this stuff. And at that time, he was well ahead in the polls. And then come the election, he got creamed. And I think it was her interview that went viral on Twitter. That's Laura Loomer. So she'll be back next week. Where she gets these concepts of how to show up at these things and gets in these interviews, it's just an incredible person. She is the Lois Lane to the Dave Weinbaum Show. We've got a rabbi that's a prophet. We've got a guy who saves babies. We've got a gal that's an expert on bad bosses and is a PhD psychologist. We've got a showbiz kiddo, a millennial, 22 years old, is very bright, and you're going to hear from him in the future. And he's the one that's going to make the name Weinbaum a big name, not me, because he's just 22 and he's sharp. Mm-hmm. We're going to hear from him shortly, and then you got Deanna, who is gave us a little personal story about what she did before and after getting on an airplane with a certain person. You're going to be really interested in this.
Yeah,
you guys in Newburgh, pay attention. And to start, though, we're gonna get Mitch Weinbaum. So here he is.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything that traffic will allow. Nowhere could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, special treat, comedy writer, producer, director, teacher, and the next Steven Spielberg, future Academy Award winner in the millennial category, Mitch Weinbaum, all the way from Connecticut. Hi, Mitch, how you doing?
I'm doing very well, Dave.
Great. Hey, listen, what are the effects of Tom Cruise's new Mission Impossible movie, both to the film business and Tom's career?
Well, I think it really means a lot for Tom's career. I think because of the bad publicity, obviously that the Church of Scientology, which Tom Cruise is a very prominent figure in. I think that since the bad publicity, he became much less of a bankable star in the last 4 or 5 years. But Mission Impossible, I think, really means a lot for him because I think it really showed people that he's still very much in the game. He shows no signs of stopping and is just headed full front, full force ahead.
Hey, James Gunn, yep. Dan Harmon, both in the news for fellow liberals who bash them. Why?
Well,
and who are these guys?
James Gunn was the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's really one of the who I consider biggest players in Disney right now, or was one of the biggest players in Disney because he really brought a lot of attention to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's a very skilled director, and he was receiving a lot of controversial statements and really being bashed and berated because
he was fired, wasn't he? Wasn't he fired?
Was right. He was outwardly.
What did he do wrong?
Fired. And he tweeted a couple. Actually, it was years ago. It's actually been years since his tweets, and he had made a joke that I do know, but I don't know if you want me to specifically say it. But it was a tweet, and it was involving, unfortunately, rape. And it was dug up, and it was brought back, and it was sent to Disney, and he was let go.
Wow! Now I heard the whole crew got behind him. The Guardian
They
crew.
did. They did. The entire Guardians of the Galaxy banded together, and they essentially said, "We stand with James, but we also stand with Disney's decision to let him go. But we're with him fully."
Well, we got Roseanne and we got James Gunn. Maybe they can do something together.
Yeah.
What about Dan Harmon?
Dan Harmon received similar bashing because he had made Dan Harmon is the creator of Community, NBC's Community. Not a lot of people are familiar with him, but he recently created the hit comedy Rick and Morty, which is a parody to Back to the Future. And he 10 years ago now, had made a pilot. It was a 2-minute YouTube video, and it was a parody of Dexter, in which he was a serial killer. But the premise of Dexter is he's a serial killer that killed serial killers or bad people, and he was a serial killer that was a time traveler, and he killed babies. He killed babies that would eventually grow up and become. And it was like a 2-minute. It was very silly. It was ridiculous, but it was dug up. It was brought back. It was sent to Adult Swim, and surprisingly, which is the interesting thing about all this, surprisingly, they made the decision to keep him on, and made a statement that perhaps the images shown in his 2-minute short film don't reflect the views of Adult Swim and Cartoon Network. They stand by Dan Harmon and want to keep creating with him.
Well, here's another thing out of West Hollywood. They voted to remove Trump's star on the Walk of Fame, and they don't even have jurisdiction. What about Kevin Spacey and Bill Cosby?
Yeah, no, it's a very valid point. What about Kevin Spacey? What about Bill Cosby? Why are we not taking, I understand West Hollywood's really worried about the fact that it keeps getting, damaged, and people just keep coming there with jackhammers. In fact, my best friend Chris was just in Los Angeles and was there the most recent time that it had been defaced. And so they obviously think it doesn't reflect well on the city, and they unanimously decided to try to take it out, which is very ridiculous to me.
Well, that's not going to help any liberals get elected, is it?
I'll say it once and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
I don't even think at this point people hate Trump. I think they love to hate Trump. And I think it's become such an addictive behavior that they've, now they're just looking for the small and oddest ways to, attack that.
I think if he disappears somehow, they'd have Trump withdrawal syndrome. They can't get enough of the guy.
That's a really interesting point.
Well, they do. They spend every day bad-mouthing this guy. It's become they relate to each other that way. What are they going to talk about when it's over?
Yeah, like what if he didn't? What if just by some fluke he didn't run in 2020, or he ran and didn't win?
Yeah.
Like that's really an interesting premise. What if they get someone worse? What do you do what if you get someone that you hate more?
That's right. Hey, Mitch, you're a comedy writer, correct?
Yes.
I want to know this. And you're also kind of a philosopher.
Yeah, I consider myself one, sure.
Well, here's one for you. Here's a question for you. Is there laugh after death?
Is there laugh after death?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I want you to study that and get back to me on it, all right?
I hope
next interview, okay?
I'd like to laugh. Yeah.
all right. Thank you so much, cousin from another mother or whatever we want to call it.
No problem. Thank
Mitch
you for having
Weinbaum, 22-year-old millennial, ladies and gentlemen.
Right,
Great job, buddy. Thanks.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, isn't he something? That's a
is.
smart kid, 22 years old.
Yeah.
He knows what his friends think about Trump, and they hate his tweets and all that stuff, and he's got his head screwed on straight, There's some Weinbaums out there. I'm sure there's a few idiots, too. But there's some pretty sharp people there. And I didn't know this. That's the one thing that I've gotten out of social media. Is I find all these people that are Weinbaums. And Weinbaum is not a usual name. It's a very rare name. Weinstein is pretty usual. Weinberg is usual, but not Weinbaum. By the way, it's a German name where it means wine tree, and you know what? We like to have adult beverages, don't we, honey? In fact, we go to Lucas Liquors there a lot and get a whole bunch of stuff there that's just great. We buy like a month's worth of wine every time we go there. It's 15678 Manchester. in Ellisville. And you should go on Lucas, LUKASTL.eventbrite.com and find out about their Saturday tastings coming up from 1 to 4. I believe the first one's going to be on the 1st of September.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. Other stuff, let me talk a little bit about, Jacoby and Jerry and Justin over there at the Rolla Antique Mall. I think that's right. And they're at 12020 Dillon Outer Road. And they are now our new sponsors to the show. The owner there is Jerry, his son Justin, and Jacoby, who happens to be the wife of the producer of this show, who I didn't recognize when I went in there and started talking to her. That's Jesse Wheeler.
Yeah.
And so talked to this smart guy, Jerry. It took a long time to talk to him and try to get him to advertise. So he's going to give us a shot here.
Good.
So go out there and shop there. I tell you what I did was I didn't know about this place. We don't live far from it.
Right.
You know, it's like a block south of Matt's.
Yeah.
The best steakhouse in the world, all right? So I go in there, and at first I thought it was like a pawn shop. But no, this place is huge. You wouldn't know it from being on the outside. You go in there, and they have these people that rent these spaces in there, and they sell out of those spaces, and they do very well.
Yeah.
In fact, Steve Wheeler's wife, Jill, has a spot in there. And she does very well, according to Steve.
Wow.
So it's really something. In fact, I went through there, and I found this cute little doghouse for my dog, Ralphie, which you haven't seen yet, have you?
It's actually for you.
Honey,
he's in the doghouse.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
I'm not sure it's going to fit Ralphie, much less me. I mean, little Ralphie is going to have tough time squeezing in there. It's like, he only weighs 12 pounds. I weigh a few pounds more, obviously.
Maybe your head will fit.
I don't know. No, my head's
Salem Rolla.
My head's too big, and you know it. That's wrong. All right, so we're back into. I got to take care of something else. I want to thank these people for pushing the show, and I know I'm going to miss some of them. Tex down there in Texas, every week this guy announces the show. He's giving me tips on my website. What a great guy. I hope I meet him someday. Candace and Kevin up there in Michigan. Stoney from Rolla. Gal from California is supposed to call the show. Eve, as in Eve's drops in. She always retweets my stuff. Bama Perry and Bama Girl. Bama Girl's supposed to call the show soon. She's mulling it over. And Angela out here in Rolla. So if I miss you, I'll try to catch you next time. Oh, Brendy out there in New York.
Right.
Who is really, her name is Mindy.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that Eve dropping Kofifi or something like that?
Yeah.
I see her tweets all the time.
Yeah, but I invited her on the show. She says, thanks,
Sure.
so call the show. They never call.
Well, they never call. They never
That
write.
you're gonna do. You know, I don't hold out for that. Okay, but I just want to thank the people that push this show. And like I say, I feel a surge in Twitter. You want to call the show, 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
Starting this year, Toyota and Lexus luxury models will come with Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the AC.
Turning on AC.
Finally, a virtual assistant to help you navigate.
Alexa, where's the nearest gas station?
Nearest gas station in 1.5 miles.
And to help maintain your vehicle.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads. Although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds.
She'll talk to you literally the entire time you're driving.
I think you should have turned back there.
I know where I'm going!
Hi. You know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone.
Anything else I should know?
2 miles back, we rolled through a stop sign without coming to a complete stop. Also, there are illegal fireworks in the trunk.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the car, please.
Amazon Alexa. You'll never get away from her.
All right, before we take any more calls, or, I mean, if you call now, I'll stop myself before we go into this break. Once we get in the break, I can't do that, all right? Because I want you to go shop at my sponsors.
Right.
And I've got the most loyal sponsors. I've got very low turnover, very low, and I try to do business with all of them as much as I can, all right? And I want them to make money. I want them to feel like they're appreciated here. You know, I'm probably one of the few guys that has a radio show, goes out and sells his own advertising. And it's not just my businesses, although I do advertise with my businesses. And quite frankly, I can measure my McDonald's restaurants, me and my son Aaron's, by how we do compared to the rest of the areas out here, like, you know, Jeff City and St. Louis and Springfield, Kansas, places like that, Tennessee, and we do mostly 3 to 4% above every month.
Wow,
that's a big deal.
It is.
All right. So if you, and we're talking about big volume stores that do well. So you know, if you want to call up and arrange something with me, call 573-578-2700, and we'll get your business on that. We'll get you on that Trump train for money right there. All right, so we're going to take a break right now. We're going to be right back. Don't touch the dial. Call 364. Well, let me start off with the area code. 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
What does your morning sound like?
Goodbye, baby.
She's finally asleep.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Like your favorite savory sausage McMuffin, buttery sausage biscuit, or any size soft drink or sweet tea. And for just $1 each, your morning is sounding better and better at participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community born, community raised, community serving.
Warning, this is Microsoft. Your computer has been hacked, and you need to call the number displayed immediately.
Warning, do not call that number. This is a scam. Call A1 Tech of Rolla, LLC at 573-458-9175. If you have given these people access to your computer, or worse, your money, your computer is now compromised. A1 Tech is available both mobile and on-site to take care of all your tech needs, and was recently voted the best computer repair service in Phelps County. Call 573-458-9175.
Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical in Rolla invites you in to experience local hometown service, friendly staff that you build a friendship with over 60 years of solutions, and service you don't get in a chain store. When you buy local, the money stays here. And now with free delivery to the local area, Hillcrest service just got better. Shorter wait times. Large chain stores look at you as business. To Hillcrest, you're people they love to serve. Call today at 341-2020 or stop in on Highway 63 in Rolla. Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical, hometown service you can count on.
It's Truck Month at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. That's right, no payments for 90 days to qualified buyers. Plus, receive 14% below MSRP on all 2018 Silverado 1500 pickups with GM financing. That's right, save up to $8,168 on a new 2018 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LTZ Z71. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at the Dave Weinbaum on Twitter,
and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
The takeover had to be approved by a cabinet-level board, Committee on Foreign Investments in the U.S., headed by Hillary Clinton. And her approval of the deal was crucial in this going through. Now, Campbell had uncovered evidence in 2009, a year before the deal went through, that Russia was going all over the place, bribing companies and officials in the United States to get approval of this deal. And the speaking fee to Bill Clinton of $500,000 in 2010 for a speech in Moscow was part of that entire effort. And this became readily apparent to the FBI in 2009.
All right, we're back on the show. He's talking about Uranium-1, which, Mueller was the head of the FBI when this took place, and we heard crickets from him about it. Mm-hmm. Why is he doing that now? See, this is why I'm saying this implies a cover-up of him trying to take away the ability of Jeff Sessions to get into that. He is so damaged. He should have recused himself, and now he's going to try to get rid of Trump. Well, basically before Trump can get rid of him. I think I know what this is. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum. Chester from north of Doolittle.
Howdy! Wow, you're good.
Oh man, you know what? I'm.
How do you do that?
He got that ESPN.
I'm psychic. What can I do?
Yeah, I think you're right.
There you go. Oh, anyway, stop it. What can I do for you?
Wanted to just mention another topic that's kind of below the radar on the American media. You know that we're in an economic war with Turkey right now.
Yes, I do. I know because I saw the headlines on Drudge, and I heard about the sanctions that we're putting on them.
What's happening is it's mainly over that pastor that the Turks are holding that Trump wanted released.
Yeah.
And Erdogan said, go to hell. And so Trump started talking about tariffs and stuff, and next thing you know, the Erdogan got all upset and said more nasty stuff. So Trump not only gave him the tariffs, but now he doubled them.
Good.
The Turkish lira right now just dropped 15%.
Yeah, they're becoming economically destroyed. You take somebody hostage from the United States, and this is what should happen. You don't give them billions of dollars on a pallet in Iran to get 4 hostages off and make an Iran deal that could kill millions and millions of people with atomic weapons. And this is what you know what? You want to screw around with the United States of America, this is what you get.
Yeah. If anybody should watch the film, the old movie was around the Wind and the Lion with Sean Connery playing some Arab sheik somewhere. They kidnapped an American ambassador during the during the Teddy Roosevelt administration. And since the local government did nothing about it, next thing you know, American Marines went in and overthrew the local government.
Wow.
That's how things were done when America was a great power. And
you're looking at a resurrection of sorts.
Yeah, it's good to see it happening again.
Exactly, I agree. And the Turkish government has turned. They used to get along great with Israel. They're a NATO country,
we were
for
great
goodness
allies.
sakes.
Everybody was great allies.
Yeah, they were fine. Israel got along with them great, and then they got radical with this guy Endergen, and he's
Erdogan.
He's a dictator, and he got rid of his president for life, like the Chinese guy. So thank you for calling, Chester. I appreciate it. All right, and I think I've got another caller. Hi to Martha. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dave, this is Jim.
Hey, thanks for waiting.
Rolla.
And you're from Rolla, right. Yeah, thanks for waiting. What can I do for you today?
Well, you gave me a little bit of HE double toothpick last week.
I did.
I've been telling people, and
I gave you, I can say the word, hell. I know what you're saying. How did I do that? Did I give him hell last week?
You give everybody hell.
That's why I got a radio show,
so
apparently.
Anyway,
yes, sir. Well, I'm sorry, I guess. I'm not really sorry. I don't remember doing anything wrong. But go ahead.
You're You're good. I went out and told everybody now, so you probably got more listeners than you know what to do with.
Thank you.
Anyway,
It worked. It worked.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, this morning I was watching the news, and Fridays is my clean house and laundry day. I'm a bachelor. And,
yeah.
But anyway, I didn't know did you talk about the Jimmy Kimmel show and the fella he had on there? Have you heard that
we're talking about Kanye. Yeah. I haven't talked about it yet, but I got it on my list. But I'm glad you called because I'm not even sure I'm going to get to it. But Kanye West was on the show, and Jimmy's trying to get him to say something bad about Trump, just like he was out trying to get somebody, I think his wife, to say something bad about Trump, and they wouldn't do it. And he's saying, well, you want to tell the story?
Yeah, they wouldn't do it. They did the whole show on. I watch Fox. Okay, Fox News. Anyway, it was on there, and he says, "No, I'm not going to say anything." And he said, "Why would I say something bad about a president that is doing us good?"
Sure.
And it was kind of unique and very interesting. And Dave, thanks for taking my call. I know you got other people waiting.
No. But he did say also that they tried to destroy his career, and he was told he was no longer welcome in the black community. Well, I got news for the people that say that. Trump now all of a sudden has 29% support in some polls from the black community. He went in the election with 8%, and the Hispanic numbers are showing the same uprising. The Democrats have to be throwing a fit. They're losing almost their entire base.
Yeah.
That is why, Dave, this morning on Fox, they said that's why they are trying so hard to get the illegals in, because they're losing those two bases that you're talking about there, the colored and the Hispanic. They're coming over to the Republican side anyway.
Yeah.
Stan, I'm glad you're back. Hope you stay well. Dave, thanks for taking my call.
Hey, Jim, thanks for the call. I appreciate it, and I'm sorry if Stan was rude last week. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, that wasn't me. That
wasn't you?
No,
right,
no.
Well,
I think his approval rating would even go up higher if he went ahead and did something about Chicago. Because then the communities out there would understand he really does care about the African Americans.
Emmanuel wants nothing to do with it. Well, he can't just take over the city. They got a mayor.
Why not?
But, that's exactly what you're saying is what is driving blacks away from Democrats.
Yeah.
Because they won't do anything about this.
No, they won't.
They live for their victimhood. How long can you have these kids getting killed in Chicago? I went back to my to a football reunion 2 summers ago, and I'm in there. Most of the guys that show up were black, and guys were talking about my nephew just got buried, and I said, well, where was he? South side of Chicago, baby.
Yeah,
just got buried, and then another guy pops up. He says, yeah, I got a cousin that died, got killed in a gun thing. Yeah. This is just out of my own high school reunion for football players, all right? You think about that and you multiply it. What a tragedy. And then you think about the Planned Parenthood. You think about how many black babies are murdered every year in the womb.
Yeah.
As Candace Owens said, who is a black conservative, really an up-and-comer.
Yes, she is.
She said the most dangerous place for a black is in the womb.
Yeah, exactly. Margaret Sanger made sure of that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's and then you got all the blacks, including not all the blacks, but the left agreeing with Obama, who could have easily been aborted because he was the mixed baby of a white and a black. They could have aborted him easily, and he supports the abortion of others like him. What's wrong with this common sense? Does this make sense to anybody? Call the show. 573-364-4433. I think we're going to take a break. And so you got another moment here?
I do, yeah.
Sicilian, you're getting lucky. Yeah, some days you're lucky, some days you're not. Some are bread, others sauteed.
Some are bread, others sautéed.
No, wait a minute. You got to play another one now. See, I let that one out of the. We got 8 of these now, or something. I think we got about 8, right?
You read the computer's mind.
I'm going to play Powerball today. Hope nobody's won the big pot. That made me lucky now. I matched up.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to take a break.
Noise. She's sitting there eating. Okay, would you tell me what you're doing right now? No, because she's got her mouth full of something.
Looks like ranch dressing to me.
God, you're clanking away over there. You're right by your mic. The whole world can hear you now, clanking away with your little plate of whatever. At least it's not old eggs. Like usually old eggs, which, oh my God, it smelled bad. I'm looking at Stan like, what did you eat last night? It was terrible. Anyways, go ahead and hit the other Sicilian one, please.
Oh, you want to know one now instead of a break? Okay, wait a minute.
Well, yeah.
You're going to be surprising me here.
No, I'm not surprising. I said another one because I did the same one. And see, I'm learning how to stall while you fondle your computer there. There you go.
Hey. If you can't turn the tide, dam the river. Forget about it.
We're going to dam the river right now. We're going to dam the river. Because we're going to take a break. We're not going to break anybody. Not yet. But we want you to listen to our sponsors. Forget about it. Don't forget about it. All right, here, remember these people and go spend your money there. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show. 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Have you ever gone to a car dealership where they tried to tack on a bunch of hidden fees to that low price? I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees either. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. Shop around and compare prices, but give us the opportunity to earn your business. Next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, come see us at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located on South Bishop and Rolla, next to Mandarin Gardens, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area with a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe. You can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Are you concerned about the quality of your private well water, or do you need water qualified testing for a home loan or a refinance? Ozark Testing, a division of Anderson & Associates, is a state-certified drinking water lab offering testing for total chloroform and E. coli with a 30-hour result turnaround. We also offer engineering, architectural engineering, civil design, land surveying, materials testing, and geotechnical investigations. Please call us today at 573-364-8900 or visit us at 1511 Watts Drive in Rolla for more information.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Reality check number 44. You can spend money everywhere. Why can't you bank everywhere? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Town & Country may be a hometown bank, but our banking is state-of-the-art. We have dozens of ATMs across the area. Plus, you can bank anytime, anywhere, online or on your phone. You can even deposit checks from your phone. Pretty cool, huh? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
ABG Industrials is here to service you in several ways. Is it time to upgrade your lighting system? ABG Industrials offers the latest and greatest LED conversion, helping you see better and reducing your light bill. And to keep your lights in great shape, ABG Industrial offers lighting maintenance for your convenience. Bucket truck service is available through ABG Industrial also. Give ABG Industrial a call today, 573-578-7451, to see how they can help you.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
But Mueller, Robert Mueller, the head of the FBI, now the special prosecutor investigating Trump, knew about it, but did not tell anyone about it, and the information stayed in the FBI. Now, had it gotten out and been publicized throughout the government, the Committee on Foreign Investments would have had to kill the uranium takeover, because the law says that if there's any evidence of these kinds of shenanigans, a deal like that cannot be approved. But instead, by hiding the deal, the uranium sale went through. And at the same time, Campbell is going to testify, and wrote that 6 other steps were taken by the Obama administration to open our uranium to Russian investment and Russian takeover. That was all part of the reset button that we were doing with Russia to try to end the Cold War.
How many millions of dollars did Mueller get for not saying anything? Mueller. He's not answering. He's not here. He's absent. That's what you heard from Mueller during the investigation of Uranium One back in 2009, 2010, because he was part of the deal. I believe Comey was part of the deal. I believe McCabe was part of that deal. See, this is more than just a coup. In my opinion, this is a cover-up of their own crimes against the state. Think about that. What do they use uranium for? They make atomic bombs for it, and everybody knows the Dems right now, oh my God, our most severe enemy, Russia. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Lee from Richland.
Hi, Lee. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I was just curious. Did anybody catch the news? I think it's Monday or Tuesday. They had about 6 o'clock in the evening. They had ABC News come on with a story, unfortunate story of a young autistic man that was 18 years old, and they said he wasn't afraid of heights and stuff. And he climbed up on a electrical tower. I think just a curiosity of climbing and stuff.
This isn't going to end well, is it? This isn't going to end well.
No, it's not. And the ABC news report said the final word was, well, he was 18 years old, but he won't reach his 19th birthday. You know, like, how insensitive. You know, I thought that it was supposed to be sensitive to people. And here this young autistic man apparently lost his life, and he all he wants to do is say he ain't going to make his 19th birthday. You know, wow. It just got me. You know,
that's pretty
anyway,
sad.
I'll let you go.
That's pretty sad, man. Thanks for the bummer. That was a bummer call.
Yeah.
Give me good news.
Well, I mean, I just say that's ABC News for you. They act like they all want to be sensitive and everything. And you got a young autistic man that lost his life and
well,
kind of made a little bit of a.
All right. Well, listen, I want you to
Joke
listen up because in a couple of minutes we're going to get the personal story of Deanna Lorraine and her escapade on an airplane to Dubai.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
You know,
right?
he's talking about ABC News.
You can learn about it. Yes, sir?
Paul Harvey would roll over. You know, I mean, I listen to some of this fake news, ABC, across town here. And I can't understand why they even have it on the same station as they have other things that are truthful. I don't get it. Paul Harvey would have a fit.
I asked him about that. I said, why are you playing this crap?
Yeah.
And they said, well, we got contracts that extend out a while and stuff like that.
You can get out of a contract.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have a contract, so no big deal. All right, so we're going to, right now, should we take a break first? I think we should probably. Huh?
Let's do Deanna Lorraine.
All right, well, let's do Deanna Lorraine then. Hit it.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, Love Goddess, passionate about making love great again. Writer, TV, radio, and podcast star, and matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, calling all the way from L.A., Deanna Lorraine. Hi, Deanna. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Dave?
Oh, here. I got. I'm going to skip to the last question because I found this out last. I want you to talk to my audience about the Johnny the Plane Guy strategy, okay? Because I listened to that thing. I couldn't stop listening to it.
Really?
Yeah.
You were intrigued by it?
Huh?
You were intrigued by it?
Yeah.
Great.
Where were you? You were a baby 30 years ago. So what the hell?
So I was flying out of LAX on a flight to Dubai, and I met this guy at the airport at LAX at the airport bar. And, he's just kind of an average guy, average looking, average height, etc. And I wasn't really interested at first. But he really, used some strategies on me. I mean, he didn't really think of them intentionally as strategies at the time, nor did I. But when I reverse engineered it, I was like, wow, this guy's great. And I ended up dating him and even kissing him in the plane. And that's a first time for me. So there's some strategies that he did or things that he did that I realized really work for men. Do you want to hear what they are?
Of course. No, I don't want to hear them. Every guy in Doolittle right now is turn their ears to the radio. Go ahead.
Yes. So one thing that he did was he immediately teased me and said something flirtatious and kind of bossy at first. So within a few minutes, I sat down and he said, "You're not really working, are you?" Because I pulled out my laptop trying to work. And I said, "Yep, I've got to work." And he said, "No, put that away. Put that away. Have a drink with me. Come on. You know you want to." And that was an immediate command and kind of being bossy, playful, which a lot of guys are afraid to do when they first meet women. But they should know that bossy playfulness actually works with women, with most women. Then he proceeded to make some jokes and continue to be kind of bossy. In the plane, he said, "You know what? I'm going to sit next to you. Someone stole my seat. Is that seat taken next to you?" And I didn't actually want him to sit next to me, to be honest. I just wanted to put my headphones in and sleep or chill the whole time. But he said, "Nope, too bad. I'm sitting next to you." And again, with these kind of bossy commands, but he was saying them in a playful way that got my attention and got me kind of intrigued because I thought, well, what kind of guy? Who does he think he is? But he was cute. So anyways, I found it endearing that he kept kind of being bossy but playful with me. And then he kept asking, maybe an hour into the flight, he said, I really want to kiss you right now. And I said, no way, we're in a plane. I'm not kissing you right now. And he said, well, okay, but is there a chance? Is that a for sure no, or is it just a maybe? And I said, okay, I guess it's a maybe. And he said, okay. And I won't go into too much detail.
Well,
but
then at that point, you're in.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I gave him enough of a room. And then, he asked me an hour later, and I said no. And then he asked me an hour later, and I finally said yes. And then we end up kissing. And
on a plane? You're kissing you're making out on a plane?
I've never.
Was there anybody else in her row? In your row?
Yes, there was a woman squished in the corner seat, in the window seat, and she was just tolerating it all. I mean, I felt bad for her, really. But
maybe she was enjoying the show.
Yeah, we're bumping up into her and everything. I've never, ever done that before. I felt so awkward. But the point of the matter is that, a lot of guys are so worried about approaching a woman, and they think any situation is just not the perfect situation or it's not ideal. But you really can make any situation the right situation to approach a woman and even be bold about it. You kind of just have to go for it and take a chance. And the best way to do it is not by hesitating, but being really kind of ballsy and being kind of, the key is to be playful combined with that ballsiness. Otherwise, you come across like a creep. And a lot of guys these days also, they think that Me Too era means that just flirting is off limits. And it's just not true. Most girls, in their heart of hearts, want that kind of cockiness, a little bit of ballsiness, a little bit of charm. They get swept off their feet by that. I don't know if there's any women in the house right now over where you're at, but I think that most girls in their hearts of hearts want that kind of masculine, kind of taking over, taking charge a little bit. And if guys listen too much to the Me Too narrative, they're just going to be too afraid to do anything.
Well, that's, that assumes that I guess most women kind of are like this.
Yes.
All right. And so unless you have an education as to what women really are like, you tend to stop at the first no.
Exactly. And Dave, you strike me as someone that's a little ballsy, and I'm sure that your girlfriend likes it.
I have little. What did you call me? Did you say I have little balls? Hey, I want you to know this happened to me once. I had a train pass.
Yes.
There you go.
Right, but here's one lesson. Now, we're going to probably get sued for saying this, but
oh no, we? What do you mean we? Go ahead.
Just because a woman says when women say they want something, it doesn't always mean that that's the truth. When women say they want this soft, accommodating beta male guy who just is like their feminist ally, and they want to ask for consent every minute, the entire time that they're dating you. Honestly, they don't really want that. They're confused. And if you act like that, she's going to think you're too nice and a pushover, and she's not going to be attracted to you.
So that's my problem with Lisa, is that I'm a pushover. This is going to go over real big with her. All right, you know what?
Right.
That's great. I had one more question. I actually had about 4 questions. We're going to save them for next week. Tell us about the Dinesh D'Souza's new movie, Death of a Nation, which was, by the way, panned by Ebert. Used to be of Cisco and Ebert.
Oh, it's such a great movie. I just saw it 2 nights ago. Everyone should see it. It really goes into the roots of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party and talks about who the real fascists are, who the real racists are, and the real intolerant people are. And let me let you know, it is not the Republicans. It is very interesting. It talks about all the lies that they spread that just people take as common knowledge. So I would invite everyone to watch the movie. Check your local listings.
All right.
It's a great.
So you'd recommend it. All right. Tell us about your book and where to find you.
My book is called Making Love Great Again. It's a fantastic book. Check it out on Amazon.com and let me know how you think about it. And then tell me your feedback. Go to my Twitter at Deanna Lorraine 7. That's Deanna Lorraine 7. And then subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is also Deanna Lorraine 7. I do a podcast live 3 times a week where I talk about all these concepts and more in depth. So join me.
Hey, my dyslexic daughter demanded a home gym. So I said, yeah, okay. Boy, was I surprised when she brought Jim home. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Deanna Lorraine, love goddess and matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Thank you so much, Deanna. Great job.
As usual.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
That's funny.
I don't understand why Lisa was sitting here sneering. That's how we re-met. Isn't it?
There are some similarities.
Okay, well, I sat next to you in a seat without even asking you, and I didn't have to sit there. I could have sat 2 seats away from you.
Yeah.
At a bar.
And I would.
At Colton's.
My purse could have stayed exactly where it was.
That's right. And I would have. You're right, but I sat right next to you. I asked you to move your purse, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
So I could sit next to you. Is it a little ballsy? I hate when she said that. A little ballsy. That implies it's big balls. You know, they're enormous balls. So, okay, I did that. And then I elbowed you a little bit and says, hey, you want to try some of my wine? It's a very, very, very fine wine.
I said, Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. No.
No, you didn't.
No, what did I say?
You didn't. You just gave me a glass of it.
Oh,
You had the bartender pour a glass of it and
well,
just gave it to me.
Did he at least grunt?
I'm sure there was...
Wine.
No, the bartender poured her a glass and put it in front of her.
Right.
Oh.
And he or she pointed at me.
Then I was compelled to thank you.
And then she turned at me, and she started thanking me and said, oh, my God, you're Dave Weinbaum. I hated you. Is that true?
I said, you were my old boss about 40 years ago.
Yeah, now I'm still your boss. It's just
No,
incredible.
you're not.
Well, no, that's a good thing.
Do you get the
Did
difference?
you listen to this? Did you listen to
bossy
Deanna?
and boss are not the same.
I'm not bossy. I'm just a boss.
No, you're bossy.
I make decisions. You know, come on. I listen to a lot of your guidance on a lot of things. Animals. I make coffee every morning.
Wow.
I cook. You tell me to go barbecue. I go barbecue.
Yeah, you're a saint. You're a saint.
I'm a saint is right. You don't appreciate me.
You remember Helen's dog, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's another person that didn't understand their animal.
We will do what has never been done.
Good.
Scan the household pet's mind to translate his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow is up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. I can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
That's great. That's great. Now, all right. Did you tee up the fifth extra, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Because we got another break to do too.
Yeah, we do.
But let's do the extra since I got you to do that because I hate to see you waste all that energy. But I don't want to take a call. But that's great. All right, I love this. This is management. So you got to manage all things. Things are happening. She's clanking over there. She's eating strawberries and whatever, and she's clanking her thing, and I asked her a question. She can't answer me because her mouth is full. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Ron from Davisville.
Hey, Ron, how you doing, buddy? What's up?
Hey, this morning, I was really glad to hear the rabbi call in.
Yeah.
I was kind of concerned about that.
Yeah, we were.
But it got me to thinking about something. I hear the dueling rabbis. I don't hear you talk about the first rabbi. Is this in the X category?
X category? I don't know. It is weird though when you got two rabbis. There's nothing. sexual about this. I hope you're not implying. Not that there's anything wrong with this. We're going to get the LBGT community and anyways,
the
first rabbi's name is Yonason Goldson. He lives in St. Louis, and he contacted me, or I contacted him. I can't remember which, but we both write for the Jewish World Review. And he has the headline columns, and I'm way down on the bottom. But we got together. He invited me over for Passover. This is before I met the other rabbi now. And for 4 straight years, I went to a Seder at his house and learned what real obedient Jews do during a Seder. I mean, I learned the real way, going to temple. I mean, I didn't understand a lot of the stuff, but it was good. I guess I got him to hang up, huh?
Did you wear the little round beanie and all that when you went?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's called a yarmulke.
Oh, okay.
Little round beanie.
I don't know what it's called.
Do I say a little square hat on your head? Or
I didn't know what it was called.
Play earphones. Do I do that, Stan? No.
It's not in the Bible
now
anywhere.
You made me do it, and I don't want to bother you because you just came off of the.
You're not bothering me.
The heart surgery, and so I'm
my
getting
God,
off of that.
my God gave me another chance, so I'm good.
Oh, good. Well, see, I'm glad.
Same God, by the way.
It is. Pretty much. All right, listen to me.
Candace.
Let's do Candace, and then we're going to take our last break. All right? So, and then you call 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
I'm a black conservative, and I am not hearing anything that is said about the fact that about 25 white Democrats assembled to kick me out of a restaurant yesterday to throw water and to throw eggs at me because I am a conservative that supports Donald Trump. The very same Donald Trump, okay? The very same Donald Trump that has not Obama. Obama did not do this. It's because President Trump has been slashing regulations, and it has brought this economy to a place it has never been at, okay? We have unemployment that's an all-time low for both women. You brought up women. You brought up gays. You brought up black people. Unemployment is at an all-time low across the board. You guys refuse to acknowledge the truth that we are doing better. You want to talk about fascists? Antifa attacked me. This is an all-white gang that attacked me and attacked an all-black police force in Philadelphia, okay? And they claim to be fighting racism. How is it plausible, Professor, that you allow this to happen to your community because you decided that because we are ideologically conservatives, you are okay with this? You're okay with the resurgence of the Democrats?
I haven't said a word.
Don't cut me off.
I haven't said a word.
You just said a lot of words.
I didn't say a word. No. I said nothing about you.
Now you're cutting me off.
I said nothing about you.
No.
Yeah, and then he's cutting her off by saying, I didn't say a word, I didn't say a word, I didn't say a word. That's what they do. They shout over you, so you can't argue. It's ridiculous. This gal is bright. She's gonna be a big star. This is Candace Owens. I try to get her on the show too. I try to get everybody, but I'll tell you what, the people that are with me on this show, they stay a long time, just like the sponsors do. They came over from the other place. They all followed me over, and boy, am I grateful. And one of these days, Cheryl Chumley will be back. I'm pretty sure.
I messaged her this morning, actually.
Did you?
Said we'd love to have you back sometime.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's getting to the point now where, every week I have to actually turn people down now.
Wow.
Where, I don't want to have more than 5 is the ultimate limit of interviews, in my opinion. And so, because I want to leave room for the callers.
They're all so good, though. I mean,
but I want to mention one other. I want to mention this because, I wasn't aware till I heard his commercial was going to be this week. ABG Industrial, good friend Adam Vio, another guy that followed me over. And I'll tell you what, he worked on my Rolla store. He did the electrical on my rebuild of the Rolla store. This guy was the best electrician I've ever seen. All right, we got electrical problems. You call up Adam Vio over there at the ABG Industrial. All right, so hit it, please.
If you're remodeling your home, then you are going to want to start from the bottom up and get some new flooring at the Flooring Nook in Rolla. Oh, you went to a big box store. How'd that go?
Excuse me, sir. I need some help picking out flooring. Oh, yeah. I'm in lawn and garden, and I'm on break. I'll get somebody.
And then no one ever comes.
Sir, the store is closing. You're going to have to leave. Should have went to the Flooring Nook.
Yes, you should have. See the folks that actually want to help with your flooring needs at the Flooring Nook.
Stop in at 2077 Old St. James Road or find us on Facebook.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this?
If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
It's Truck Month at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. That's right, no payments for 90 days to qualified buyers. Plus, receive 14% below MSRP on all 2018 Silverado 1500 pickups with GM financing. That's right, save up to $8,168 on a new 2018 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LTZ Z71. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas, too, at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for, from beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055. Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
What does your morning sound like?
Goodbye, baby.
She's finally asleep.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Like your favorite savory sausage McMuffin, buttery sausage biscuit, or any size soft drink or sweet tea. And for just $1 each, your morning is sounding better and better at participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Follow me at daveweinbaum.net, at the Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
It's awesome. Anarchists and socialists ruining other people's lunch just to make them miserable before the check comes. It's pure unconscious brain function where screaming and other reflexes are only possible if it doesn't involve actual thinking. This is what fascism looks like when it first puts on its baby jack boots. It's so adorable when they first try to walk in them. I feel for their families, but I know their families don't talk to them. They just send money because people like this don't have jobs. What we're seeing is a contagion. This is what failure looks like. Unemployable yahoos who join a mob and demand people with jobs just give up. It's physically repulsive. I mean, literally physically repulsive. Meaning it's time for Greg's golden rule of anger. Thou shalt not yell. Check out that beard. That's Commandment 12. It's right there. The more you yell, the better it feels. But the worse you look, just watch.
Oh, my God. That's what they do. They sit around and do that. What is wrong with these people? All right, let's play the next Gutfeld piece. You know, we only got a couple minutes left. Let's do the next extra. You know, I want you to look at this. I've got this much show left. Look at this, Stan. I got this much show left. Not everything on there, but most of the stuff. I got another hour and a half I could do. Is that incredible or what? All right. Why don't we do this? The first extra, that's going to talk about Rosie. That's Gutfeld. Hit it.
I believe he should be impeached. I'm sickened by Congress that doesn't call for articles of impeachment. We have to fight with everything we got, because if somehow they're able to rig the elections again, as I believe they did in 2016, then we're going to all be in trouble as democracy dies right here on our watch.
In fact, Rosie seems like a perfect fit for the resistance. If the Democrats don't make her their 2020 candidate, they're missing the boat. Meanwhile, in West Hollywood, the Democratic Council bravely voted to remove Trump's Walk of Fame star. Yeah, I'm sure that really ruined Trump's day. Sorry, if losing your star on the Walk of Fame is the price you pay for being a president who gets stuff done, you know where you can stick that star.
There you go. And so we're back on the show, and you're hearing the song, I realize. That means we got a minute, maybe minute and a half, roughly, Stan, is that right?
Right around there.
And now you're seeing this Trump thing where they chopped up his star. Well, guess what? Somebody has done. They walk around now and they've put stars, the Donald Trump star, and they have glued it, probably Gorilla Glue, on every star they could find. Now they're all Trump stars. What are you going to do now? I love it. Isn't that fantastic?
Absolutely.
Oh, my God. The liberals must be, the heads must be exploding. Michael Moore, Rosie, Pelosi. Oh, my goodness. This is great. All right. You guys, you've been great. Sponsors, I love you. I love the callers. Stan, I love you too. Lisa, I love you, darling.
Oh, thank you.
So, and I just had a little something caught in my throat. I want you all to have a great weekend, and listen to me. You got to get yourselves, you got to keep fighting, all right? You got to don't get discouraged. You're going to take some losses here and there, but you got to get up, and you got to keep fighting, and you got to keep scrambling, and you got to have persistence. Even if you lose, you come back, and you come back, and you come back.